Now stop getting Bond wrong! I'll tell you about the spy who loved me. All do that with your fingers round your eye. I'm Roger Moore. Bang!
My name is Jeff.
Welcome to WorldClass Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Hey, yo, turn my headphones up. Turn my headphones up. We in this. We back. We miss you, baby. Welcome back.
Folks, we did miss you. Thanksgiving was a wonderful time full of food, family, and alcohol, but we missed out on this Thursday night show, but we're back to give you a wonderful time. Now, another man who had a wonderful Thanksgiving and may be happy to be back, it's the last standing Samoa no more. He's the Bombay bad boy, Big Rig Nick Uterl.
Yep, glad to be here after, I guess 3 Thanksgivings I had, so yeah.
Is that a new lap record, Nick?
Damn.
No. There was one time there were 4. I have not beat that yet, but one day I will. One day I will. But
okay,
anyways,
so one year when you have 4 Thanksgivings, I'm going to go out of my way to fly down to you, make Thanksgiving dinner, and say you had 5, and then just go home right after.
Deal, 100% deal.
I made a turkey the other week. It turned out really good. We'll brine it in beer, and we'll be off for the races.
That sounds wonderful. Sounds wonderful.
Speaking of beer and races, a man who likes to consume both, say hello to American Ramrod coach Kendo Slice.
Hi, Jeff. Thanks, everybody. I am to be here.
I'm to be here, too, with all of you wonderful people in the chat. So, folks, episode 469 is here. And, you know, we love the numbers here on the channel. But we have some awesome things to talk about before we start in tonight's show, which is going to be a fun one. Because from now till the end of the year, I have a fun holiday-themed segment. We're going to do something no one else has done. So everybody likes to debate is Die Hard a Christmas movie? We've done that 10 years ago. Everybody wants to talk about the Grinch or some bullshit you may not have known. But tonight, we have an obituary for the biggest piece of shit for any Christmas movie, Uncle Frank from Home Alone. So join us for that a little later in tonight's show. It's God. Mean. It's harsh. I watched Home Alone 2 last night, and I was like, Uncle Frank, you suck. So we're going to be tearing Uncle Frank down in a little bit. That 4-flushing son of a bitch. But before we go on to that, Stealing Solo will be closed within a week. I believe it closes at 8/17 next Thursday night. So make sure you guys are getting a copy. Today, our friends, the Soska sisters, were out there tweeting over on Twitter about the book. We've had a lot of people getting excited, but a lot of people are going to miss out if they don't act now. We don't have all this time. This was a 30-day campaign, not a 60-day campaign. We ship globally, and if you want to get a copy of Stealing Solo 1, it's an add-on, or you can just go to the website, stealingsolo.com, to get it. But most of the people here listening to this show every week have supported Stealing Solo, the Fandom Menace Edition, Wokebusters, and Tits and Art. So thank you. But everybody else that hasn't yet, it's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the season of gift giving. Give yourself something that you can't buy in stores yet. But next Thursday, to promote that, join me at 8 a.m., I already announced this. I'm going to be streaming for the last 12 hours to close out this book. It's not a stream about Stealing Solo. It's a stream, just a general stream. It'll be a Good Morning Pop Culture. It'll evolve into an afternoon stream, and it'll go. I'll take a dinner break, and then we'll be back for the Thursday night show to tell you how the book did. But after next week's show, we'll have one more WCBS for the year, and then we are gone for Christmas. Or wait, no, sorry. We'll be back on the 18th, and then the 25th, we're gone because it's Christmas. But after the 25th, we won't be back until the 8th. I know you're going to miss us, but folks, don't worry. Just because there's no podcast doesn't mean there won't be videos. Today, I've actually mapped those out. So don't worry. If you're worried about, oh, what am I going to do this holiday season? I hate my family. I need something else to listen to. We'll be here for you. Don't worry. But guys, let's start off tonight's show with some good news. Normally, people are like, oh, what are they going to dump on? We don't really dump on as much as you think. We like to make fun of everything. But tonight, I can't make fun of this because, Dion, you and I met at college in the great state of Michigan. And there are so many wonderful fictional characters who are from the great state of Michigan. And thankfully, one of them has just received a giant statue in honor of the greatness that is RoboCop. So let's share the RoboCop statue right here. Dion, you're the #1 RoboCop fan in the Northern Hemisphere. What did you think about this when you saw that there's a RoboCop statue in Detroit?
It's about damn time is what I thought. I was pumped. I was jazzed. It's been, I think it's been like 15 years or some crazy shit. People have been waiting for it. We needed our own statuesque icon, and everybody's wanted it the same, because the city of Detroit has been clear about one thing, not only when it comes to its residents, but to its fans, to its family, to its loyal fan base. And that's dead or alive, you're coming with it. And you know what? Now we finally have it. I can't wait. And it's the only direction from here is up, baby.
So the next question to ask is, Dion, when I come visit for New Year's, do you want to go see the RoboCop statue?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's a pig's pussy. You know what? You know what I'm saying?
I like how the only word you wouldn't say in that sentence was pork. So I'll say it for you. The other white meat.
Well,
Listen. He's too close to he's too close to Dearborn now. He can't say that shit. Okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
man.
just trying to keep kosher.
Hey,
It's cool.
they love me.
Yeah, when you wear a bow tie.
I love Problem Child as well. That was a really mean dig, Nick. That was a good one. So, folks,
Just
in the chat,
make sure your wife wears a hat too when you're out together. They get a little miffed about that as well.
Hey. Plus one also for the reference. You know what I'm saying? But,
Sorry,
I'm keeping my last name green. I ain't changing it to X. You dig?
though Dion X would make a hell of a comic book, man.
Yeah.
Applause.
Goes around in his bow tie selling bean pies. It'd be great.
I think Dion's bow tie should be a weapon. Like, it's a 2-part bow tie that he can spin like a fidget spinner to look cool, but then he whips it off and throws it at people and, like, boom, right in their neck. And then he pulls it back. I should make that as a character. Just a guy who throws his bow ties into people. It's like
you should.
It's like a lamer James. It's like a lamer Odd Job.
There you go.
We'll call him Rim Job.
Well, Odd Job should have been called Rim Job.
Yeah, literally.
Not wrong.
Also true.
Not wrong.
I am right.
We'll just call Dion Medium Job.
Hey, I'll take it's an improvement. My
Or even
year-end-
job.
Mid job.
Integer
Dion-
job. There's all sorts of math ones we can make out of this.
I like integer job.
That'll be great.
Polynomial jobs next, right?
I agree. That makes the most sense in my evolution.
So, folks in the chat, tell us what other fictional movie character deserves a statue. I know there's a city in Missouri or Iowa that has like a Captain Kirk statue, and now RoboCop is in Detroit. Spider-Man, they should have a Spider-Man statue somewhere in New York. We're just kind of like
There's
Rocky
a
and Philly.
a Superman statue in Metropolis, Illinois.
that is true. They have a whole little town there. I need to go through there one day.
Yeah.
Well, it's on the bucket list. We'll check it off one day in the future. But Dion, you and I will consider seeing the RoboCop statue. We probably will be pretty ripped when I visit.
Yeah, the only
I mean, you can hire Uber to do it. It'll be a hell of a Uber cost.
That's a lot.
but you can do it.
We'll just
make
hire
it
Hillary.
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, baby, take us to the RoboCop statue. We're gonna be loaded in the back. Hey, one of the boys, y'all want to go? That'd be perfect.
Yeah, we'll take a
family
tablet
outing.
and show them RoboCop 3.
RoboCop 3? Why 3?
It's not as
It's
violent.
PG-13.
Okay, all right.
That is the one. RoboCop's death is the one scene in a movie where I go, that's just too much. Like, we watched the unrated cut, Dion, on my birthday that one year. I was like, what the fuck, man? This isn't even funny.
Yeah,
like, I
yeah,
get that
yeah.
it's supposed to be, but I'm just like,
Well, they had to, completely tear him down so that they could build him back up.
did they really have to blow his hands off?
Well,
Well,
he
Clarence
got
is a
knocked down, but he
bitch.
got up again. You're never going to keep RoboCop down.
God damn it.
The remake did, because nobody gives a shit about RoboCop
Oh
anymore.
my god, dude. Jesus,
And it has Samuel L. Jackson and Michael Keaton too.
Yeah, and
Hot
they
take,
both
It's
couldn't
not
save
the
it.
worst RoboCop movie.
Oh,
I'd
come
say
on,
3 is worse than the remake.
I don't know.
yeah,
I think I'd rather
TV
watch
movies?
3 over the remake.
Dark
Really?
Justice, isn't that a TV movie?
Yep. And then there's like 2 other ones. I think.
Yeah.
It's the same dude from 3.
Okay. And then there was a show for a bit, right?
And there was a moment where RoboCop wrestled Sting or saved Sting from a shark cage or
He
something.
did. Capital Carnage. He came out and ripped the cage door off the thing to. I don't remember what the tie-in was, but it was something to do with TBS and RoboCop. It was complete and utter WCW bollocks. You know,
Corporate synergy.
This
at
is
its
around.
finest, Kendo.
It was
Well, it
around
was
the
to promote,
same time that
too.
we also. It's also around the same time that we got, fucking Kevin Nash dressed up as the Wizard of Oz, but not the Wizard of Oz or whatever he was supposed to be.
I'm a Vinny Vegas man myself.
Oh my god.
That's why I'm dressed the way
Folks.
I am. Seriously, it's an homage.
Folks, late 80s, early 90s
Nice.
WCW. You think wrestling is goofy as shit now.
Yeah.
At least back then the booking made sense.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
watched Dutch
That's true.
Mantel's show, and he talks about booking shit. I'm like, Dutch, there's a reason you're a legend. So
Yeah.
and it wasn't that We the People shit that he was doing for a while.
No, but that was fun.
Yeah, people forget he was in wrestling way before that.
Yeah, decades and decades. All right, guys. So now that we've talked about the RoboCop statue in old, new Detroit, I don't even know how we talk about it that way. Let's talk about a movie that hasn't come out yet that this fictional character definitely deserves a statue, but doesn't have one yet. So, Kendo, we talk about James Bond way too much on the channel, but have you heard the rumor that Oasis could possibly be doing the next James Bond theme?
Well, I heard that rumor as of about what time did you send out the format for the show? About that time ago, because I had no idea. I'm still trying to get over the fact that these two are still back together. I don't know how that happened. I figured one of them had to have gone broke for that to happen, but somehow they're back together, which is great. Another band I really love came back together and then stopped being together, and then one of them died last week, so it's like they're never going to get back together. But yes, I would love it if Oasis made a James Bond theme. It would become my favorite James Bond theme of all time, regardless of what has come before that, just because I'm a biased prick. But yes,
I think
hope
Tears
they
for
do
Fears
it.
could do a hell of a theme, but I'm with you though. I'm excited with Oasis. I'm picking British people. Like, okay, the Stones aren't gonna. They're all still alive, right?
No, the drummer's dead.
Well, didn't he die in a pool like 50 years ago?
No,
The original
that
drummer?
was that was the Who's drummer,
Oh, dude,
or maybe it was
John Bonham's
The
dead
Who's-
too. Don't be a drummer.
What?
That's the
Yeah,
that's
if
the
you're a
theme.
Of
drummer
course,
for an
dude,
iconic
the drummers-
band, don't no.
Drummers are like, they're, I don't know, they're replaceable. They seem to be all replaceable.
Yeah, this is Spinal Tap taught us that you could lose a drummer because they had lots that died and they would just bring them back. So yes, don't be a drummer. Yeah, John Bonham died. Keith Moon died. Maybe the Stones, that was their second drummer and he died. I don't know. Somebody from the Stones died not too long ago. And it wasn't Keith Richards or Mick.
Is everybody from a Flock of Seagulls still around? Can we get them to do a James Bond remix?
Good call. I definitely.
They
Not only
could
would I
be.
support them, I would buy a physical copy.
Oh,
on
yeah.
every format, even that
Oh, yeah.
weird, colorful vinyl they make.
Yep.
Doing it.
Yeah, those have made a comeback. There's one kid in one of my classes that every day shows up with a different colorful vinyl. And I'm like, you probably don't even listen to these, do you?
Does he have the Beverly Hills Cop Banana in the Tailpipe vinyl? Because I do.
I don't think he would know what that meant if I asked him because the shit that he's showing me. Is
Yeah,
like,
you're a teacher. Don't ask him. You don't want to get put on
It's
some
like-
list.
it's like literally like probably some kind of mumble rapper that I've never heard of. That's only thing outside of SoundCloud was a colorful vinyl he put out.
Well, you got to make it somehow. Oh, by the way, never mind. We'll say that for another segment. Dion, you and Nick are also big 007 fans. If this is a true rumor, are you happy with it? And if not, give me an alternative just for fun. I know we got Flock of Seagulls, which I would love that.
Listen. I mean, Oasis is cool. I don't know if I would trust them. It's not that they wouldn't sound or fit for Bond, but it's always some bullshit with our boy Liam. So
That's true.
I don't
But
know
he's
about that
sober
one.
now.
I don't know about that one. Apparently, he's saying that he is. And then
Allegedly,
he
he
is
is.
second brother.
He is sober. I don't know. All I know is the one time that me and a friend in Chicago went to go see him, like 12 years ago, when they had broken up, but Liam was still in the band. We're still together. Our goal was to get as belligerently drunk as we figured Liam Gallagher would be, and he never got belligerently drunk, so I don't know. Maybe he is sober, or he was just taking the night off. I don't know, but give him some alcohol, and you could probably get the greatest Bond song of all time and the last day of Oasis's reunion.
Yeah, he knows.
Oh gosh.
Well, I wish the Gallagher brothers the best of luck in all of their future endeavors, including a possible James Bond theme. But yeah, I there's the news also too that the guy was it Callum somebody for James Bond, like was it Callum Turner's his name? Yeah, we'll talk about this too briefly. We'll turn it into a clip. This is the guy they want to play James Bond. I don't know how I feel about this. I have to see him act first, but I don't know. He kind of looks like James Bond. He looks more like James Bond than Daniel Craig. What do you guys think about this?
I mean, I think we should just get a twofer at this point and just get Liam Gallagher to play James Bond.
Okay.
It would either be the greatest Bond movie of all time or the worst. There is no in between.
Well, no, we should.
Bond
they
can't
should
be risking it that much more, you know.
That's true. But my vote is still for old man James Bond telling a story about him being younger and this kid playing the younger version. I want Pierce Brosnan and this kid in one James Bond movie. That's how you bring the franchise back. That's how you get everybody hyped for it. Do that, and we'll all come running to the theater. 100%.
Yeah, I will go to the theater no matter what, even if this movie has a. Well, no, there are limits. Like if you cast like Phoebe Waller-Bridge as James Bond, I'm out.
Oh no! If I haven't heard her name as like if she's even a PA on the credits list, I'm out. I'm sorry.
I'll just
bitch,
vomit violently.
Yeah, that bitch is infectious, and I don't want the production to be like turned to shit because she's there and like telling everybody to use her pronouns and that bullshit. It's like, lady,
she's
stop.
like Nick. She's like the Thing.
She's like the Thing.
You got to test her blood with a fucking battery to make sure she's actually human still.
That's
100%
so
true. Convoluted.
Yeah, she's still convoluted, man.
There you go, Jim Sterling and a Mankini. Here's a picture of him in a white tuxedo. So
I can
that's
dig it.
Sean Connery suit.
Yeah,
it
I mean,
works.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, definitely. I mean, once again, I hope Amazon doesn't completely fuck it up. So
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly. My thoughts exactly.
Because like it's one of those things where like Jeff could take probably to do a black and white comic book of a great James Bond story in like 2 weeks. It would be a wonderful story. But these assholes who have hundreds of millions of dollars can't make a good one. Like, it's really shitty and stupid. I don't fucking get it.
Well, Nick, remember, James Bond goes into the public domain in a few years, so we'll do one of those black and white James Bond stories. We'll make it artsy.
Yeah, no, because like it's one of those things where I'm sure you could like draw like you don't even need to like do an outline for the story. You can just do it, from memory. Or just from all the knowledge you have, and just like put one out in like a very short amount of time. Just like pen drawings. Don't need to color everything in. Just shade it and whatever, and just boom, done. Like it would be great.
I do have an idea for a parody James Bond comic strip, which
Nice.
I won't tell anybody until I actually draw it because it's actually pretty detailed. But
Nice.
Thank you for saying that. And yeah, the chat says Kendo slices American James Bond. You down for it, Kendo? Can you carry the number and a license to
James
kill?
Smith.
Kendo is Felix Leiter. That's who he is. He's the counterpart to James Bond. He's Felix Leiter.
I don't know, Nick. You give off Felix Leiter vibes.
Do I really?
Yeah, dude. You and Jeffrey Wright are twins.
I think I'd be a better Q, just because.
Yeah,
I'm really good at saying sarcastic, smart ass shit to people and giving them and coming up with things that could really destroy the
Dude,
shit.
you would. Oh my god, you would make such a fucking hilarious Q.
Yeah.
So
and
I want to play
Gun
M,
Devil
but
Dog.
I think,
Mr. Bean as Bond is a great idea, but they already did that. It's called Johnny English.
that was
It
a good
is.
movie.
Yep.
Second one, haven't seen it. No,
I
I
saw
wanted
the
to play
second one
M,
either.
but I think James Bond or I think Dion would be a better M than I would. Because could you imagine James Bond getting yelled at by M? Like, listen, motherfucker, you need to go out there. You need to find those damn Rush. Like, just yell at him like the black police chief from Last Action Hero.
Everything ever.
Yeah, everything ever.
Every black police chief in every movie, even in 21 Jump Street when it's Ice Cube.
Oh my god, Dion would definitely have that. Like,
Your shit.
yeah, Dion would have that dad energy. He's like, listen here, motherfucker, you're doing a shit job, all right. You nearly blew up the Kremlin, all right? We're not doing that. We want World War III with Russia, right? Do your
Dion.
fucking job.
Next year, you know what we're gonna do? We got a segment we're gonna create on this show just for you. It'll be in front of a green screen, and it'll be like Dion yells at action heroes. You're the
Oh my
boss
God,
of every
yes.
action hero.
Oh
So it's
my
like
God,
you
yes.
need to yell at RoboCop.
Yes,
For just,
yes.
that's your segment. That's your segment.
Perfect.
There we go.
I
Let me
love
write
it,
down.
dude. I love it. Mm-hmm.
We put him in a different suit, and a different background every time, and it's just him behind a green screen and just yelling at like fucking RoboCop. All right,
I'd watch that.
your bullet grazed the mayor. All right, just update your goddamn software. What the fuck, dude?
Listen, we know Ed 209's a piece of shit. We all dislike him, damn it. But you can't get in gunfights in front of the Ronald McDonald House with little Jimmy Cancer Corn is working in the crowd. We can't have that.
Or no matter how bad the guy is, you can't shoot him in the dick. That's just not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still paying for the first guy you shot in the dick.
Yeah. We talked
The
about
insurance
this.
isn't going to cover all these
Damn it,
dick
Murphy.
shots.
We're still looking for his dick.
Dude, when we get to this, picture Dion yelling at Darth Vader after the Death Star blew up.
Oh my God. You're lucky the first one didn't cost us that much. We know how to build one. The second one, faster now. Okay. God damn it.
That shit was less efficient. Before,
What the
if you
fuck
think
is a
about
Luke
the
Skywalker?
Dion, you think that the Death Star 2 is a better thought out plan, but if you watch the movie, it's like it took a special proton torpedo to get into the shaft in the first one, right? In this one, Wedge just shoots 2 laser blasts at a thing and just turns around and leaves. Same with Lando. Like, the first shot is way more impressive. This was just like, and we're gone.
I like to think that the Empire was very much like our 21st century United States. They thought that bigger was better, and he was very certain, like, hey, that little motherfucker, don't worry about it. We're gonna pretend that it's not finished, even though it isn't. It's only half completed and bigger and easier to fly into. But we're gonna trap him, and I'm gonna get a new apprentice. And whoever the next admiral is, Piet should have been like, or not Piet. Piet died. He should have been like, yeah, boss, I think that's a smart idea. I don't like that shit because these Bothans sneaking around and shit. We don't see them anymore. They're gone. Okay, and can I just shoot fucking Luke Skywalker, please? Because you keep fucking up our plans, man.
Yeah, this is our new segment on the show for sure. Shit, I should bring up the equipment and just film a dozen of them with you in person.
You really
Yeah, dude.
All right, I'll go get the retractable green screen from Phil, and I'll bring up some studio lights, and we'll talk. We'll make it happen.
That'd be great. I'm pumped.
Now,
That's a brilliant idea, dude.
So, guys, let's play a little game here on the show tonight. A little bit of word association, if you will. So, on screen is Frosty the Snowman. Mm-hmm. So, when you think of Frosty the Snowman, this specific film, what is the first thing that comes to mind, Dion?
The fucking greenhouse or whatever where he melts, and it traumatized my sister and I for years.
Nick?
Just the I don't know, the song and everything, and just the old 60s like stop motion kind of animation they did of him.
Kendo?
Christmas time.
Would you think of the word polygamy?
I'm sorry, what?
I mean,
Run that back, please.
Now, but I don't know how.
Hey, we're just gonna skip over that shit.
Yeah.
No. That's the story. So Frosty the Snowman was voiced by a guy named Jackie Vernon. Just in the last 4 days, it was revealed that the voice of Frosty the Snowman had at least 3 secret families before his final.
Oh my
name.
God!
He fathered multiple sons, named them all after himself, and abandoned every one of those families as he chased his comedy career.
Oh my God, dude!
One
I
famous
just
ex even tracked him down
What the
years
fuck?
later with one of the kids. Turns out the guy who sang "Happy Birthday" to a snowman left a trail of broken homes behind him, guys. So
He was not a Holly Jolly. He was a Rolling Stone son of a bitch.
Well, I mean, we could separate the art from the artist at this point, still can't we?
100%, but still.
even knowing this now, if Frosty the Snowman's on TV or something, or I can watch it on streaming and I want to show the kid, I will still gladly watch it. And at no point will I be like, man, the guy that voiced Frosty was kind of a dick. But no, I think I can do that.
You will now because little did we know that he was the main character in a fucking Temptations song. Okay, don't get me wrong. Frosty. I'm gonna watch the shit out of Frosty. Listen, that's not gonna change. But it is crazy now that every time he grabs that corncob pipe, I'm gonna be like, you had three families, and you probably just like to bang white women. And it's like, man, what is going on with that? I mean, I get it, but come on, man, you're greedy, Frosty, you're greedy.
Well, it was back then where there wasn't, there were barely telephones, there wasn't any social media, there wasn't any of that stuff. So I mean, he could get away with it. Yeah, he could get away with it. A lot of time on the road.
True. Could you imagine taking Frosty the Snowman to Maury? All these kids line up. Frosty, you are the father.
That's your baby, Frosty. That's your baby.
You ain't shit.
Frosty.
I did send you guys another thing that was kind of along the same lines. It was I just learned about Sammy Davis Jr.'s ties to the Church of Satan.
Wait, what?
It was from the Nerdist. Here, it's in our chat. I'll send you the link.
Oh my god!
How many things do we need to ruin tonight, Nick?
Yeah,
I don't know. The year's not over yet, but we can start right now. So yeah, I just sent you the link in the chat. Let's see. Also here as well. There we go.
Oh God, Frosty the Mormon has an illegitimate kid.
Well, if he was married, technically they're not illegitimate. Although then you go back like, well, those marriages might not have been legitimate since he had more than one. We're not going to get into this. We're not. We're just not doing this tonight.
Well, the crumple frown, the corncob pipe. He fucking blew out town.
Bumpity bump. You know what? We'll write the whole song. Later.
Yeah, there was a lot of bumpity bump apparently all across the country.
Frosty the Snowman was a really big Rolling Stone.
That's what his bottom part is. It's not a snowball; it's just a Rolling Stone.
Keep it in his pants.
Mama, I'm depending on you. Is Frosty my dad?
Hush and Blow Child. A lot of cats have that name.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Nick. That's why you're world class.
That's
awesome.
that's what it reminded me of, that fucking scene. I was like, yeah, that's what it is.
Rudolph did not have a crack problem. Rudolph had a drinking problem. That's why his nose was so red.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go. It all makes sense now.
We'll Track Media only. We'll make you Party Boob the Christmas album, and we'll call it Jingle Boob. How's that?
Jingle Boob.
Love it. Oh,
could you imagine if we started doing albums and every album just had the word boob in it? Like people would notice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, here's the fun part, Jeff. At some point, we got to make a music video. So
I have an idea for one. I'll tell you in person about it, but we need to rent out a strip club because it'd be like an old rap video. From
there are
yes.
like 20. There are 20 in Atlanta. I think 3 of them are like not far from me.
20.
Oh, I know. That's why you pick where you live. Dion, he's talking about the quality ones where you won't get stabbed or shot.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there is Magic City down here, Magic City, and there are wonderful wings that you can get as well too.
Man, Magic.
There's also Cheetahs, who has a really good breakfast buffet from what I've heard.
That's
allegedly.
a chain though. I've been to a Cheetahs before.
Yeah,
not that one.
They have it. If you go to Detroit and you go across the bridge into Canada, there's a Cheetahs right there that's very well known because they take it all off at that Cheetahs. Whereas in Michigan, they don't. So
that was in
the Cheetahs in Jackson. You're right. Yep, it was only topless. That was where I got called a piece of shit by a stripper.
That's okay, Dion.
By a stripper? That don't mean shit. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
But
we also became friends in a strip club. So I mean, that's how we've been friends.
I know.
Almost 20 years.
We did. Deja vu. They just got in trouble a couple months ago where there was a murder in their parking lot.
Oh,
that was Centerfolds. My bad. Wrong one. That was Centerfolds.
What's the difference?
Well, with as many people as they see and deal with on a day-to-day basis, they're probably pretty good judges of character. So
they probably are.
Yes. So. On top of that, and to answer your question, deja vu is where you go to find your rebellious daughter. Centerfolds is where you go to get shot and killed.
Okay.
When I was living in Grand Rapids going to school in Michigan, there was a strip club, so to speak, right down the street from the campus there in Grand Rapids, they still wore their bikinis and stuff. They didn't take everything off because you could be 18 to go in there since it was right down the road from a college campus. I don't remember what the name of that place was, but I'm not going to pretend I didn't go there multiple times with my friends.
Why lie? It's 2025. Lying's not cool.
Yeah, it was literally we got our finals week coming up. What should we do? I got an idea. Let's go to wherever. I don't remember what the hell the name of the place. It's probably not even open anymore. And we would go there. And it's like, yeah, we're supposed to be studying for finals, but who gives a shit right now?
Well, luckily, Dut's birthday was in March. He almost pulled a stripper off the stage. He tried to take off his shirt because it was his birthday and they were going to put whipped cream on him. And he freaked out and flung forward. And she almost flew off the stage. It was the coolest thing.
We had to catch her.
He's like, no.
Oh my God.
Whoa. No, you're good. You're good. And I remember turning, and the door dude and the bartender were looking over at us. And I was like, we're good. We're good.
She almost fell.
Yeah, dude. Jeff and I legitimately had to catch a stripper.
Yep. That's our next book, Deon, to catch a stripper.
At least you didn't catch anything else in the stripper. That's important.
I'm thankful for that every day.
Good point.
You know?
Oh, when we went to the Lexington Comic and Toy Show back in March, one of the friends, you can guess who it is, but I won't say it on air, was like, hey, there's a strip club. No, that's not what happened. Let me rephrase that. Nick wasn't there. Nick went to bed. We were.
Well, no. I wasn't invited. That's the fucking thing. I wasn't invited.
Damn,
well, you are now because I'm going to make up for it.
Okay, yeah, because I heard the story next morning. Like Saturday morning, I rolled in, brought coffee, brought snacks, was there early, like 10 minutes early. Jeff is not far behind, but the other two idiots, which are our friends, kind of, showed up later and they were hungover. I'm like, what the fuck happened? He's like, dude. And he proceeds to tell me the strip club story. I'm like, what the fuck was going on? Like, I don't even know. I wasn't even invited because I just went back to my hotel room and that was it. I didn't know anything.
Well, we got in for free. We went to a Hustler Hollywood as a joke, and they're like, "Hey, do you want some free passes?" So we're gonna go back next time, Nick, and I'll get us free passes, and we'll all go. We'll get fried chicken and go to the strip club. That's Kentucky.
Hell yeah.
Well, let's not go to Gus's again because it took them like 2 hours to get us our food.
Only in Atlanta will we eat at Gus's, Nick.
That's fair. That's fair. The one at Lexington fucking blows. That woman, it must have been her first night because she kept looking at the cash register screen and was and kept freezing. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Just put in the goddamn order. Somebody needs to help her. And there was another bigger table, a table of 10 or 12 people. They kept giving them food first. I'm like, but we're also here. And everybody else in the place is getting frustrated as well too. And people started leaving and cursing them out and everything. It was bad. So
damn.
Yeah, but it was an hour. Tip. Yeah, it was like I didn't even leave a tip. I was like, fuck you, I'm not doing this. Sorry, I don't care.
It's okay.
And
I don't judge.
Yeah, I was just like, no, no. Hour 45, 2 hours at least. We were waiting there to get food. We were starving. It's terrible.
Yeah, this time we'll just go somewhere good. But
yeah, we'll go back to the taco place.
Agave and Rye it is.
There you go.
Folks, we're only talking about that because on March 26th through the 29th, we pretty much we have the convention locked in. I'm getting the Airbnb finalized, and hopefully we have a pretty good chance of the first time that all 4 WCBS members will be in the same room for the first time since 2021. So you guys can come out to the Lexington Comic and Toy Show, pick up a copy of Stealing Solo 2 in person, and meet all of us for the first time since 2021. Holy shit, I can't believe it's been 4 years. Hey, Brian Lape's in the chat. We should call him up. Like, hey, Lape, you want to come liaise at the convention for us?
Yeah, he could be anus for us.
He could be anus.
Well, I mean, for us.
I blame Kendra because he had to get fucking married and have a cute kid. So I blame him.
I know the cute. Stop, man. Don't make any more cute kids. We can't handle it.
I can't be a fucking man child forever. I had to grow up at some point. What?
Still man child.
Yeah, it's great. Watch the fucking TV.
So, guys,
WorldClass parenting at its finest.
Yeah, that's your little corner here on the show. Next week, we're going to teach you how to tie a tie and fix a bike chain.
Dude, I had to do a wedding before Thanksgiving before that week, and I had to tie like 3 dudes' ties because I was the only one who knew how to do it.
I mean, I get it. I didn't understand them until I was a little older. Like in high school, I would just be like, hey, help me out. Or in college, I had the system. I tied a tie once, and then I loosened it, pulled it over my head, and hung it up.
That's
I had
exactly
one
what I
tie
did
in college.
Yeah, that's all my ties.
Yeah.
That's all
Or
my ties
you
are.
could have just
No,
learned how
I'm
to tie a tie like I did when I was like 10 or 12, and you're good from there on out. Because just say, hey, show me how to find somebody that's an adult that knows how to do it that you are related to, and they will show you how to do it. And then you just practice it a few times, and it becomes old habit.
See, folks, we can teach you all kinds of basic things. Next week, we'll teach you how to shine your shoes and then vulcanize your tires.
Vulcanizer.
And get copies of
while
Mini
they
Trucker
wait.
magazine. Yeah, while they wait. Thank you, Ken.
Yeah.
That was a joke for an audience of one. Oh, did you see the sad news that Kevin Smith's mom passed away this week?
No, damn.
Yeah. I saw the Facebook post. It was it was tragic. It was
It's sad because we all love our parents and shit like that, and it's sad to see. But the weird thing is, I always think of his mom when I think of Kevin Smith, because in the Clerks cartoon, they're doing like fake. You know how like they'll put like a blurb on a DVD box, it'll be like best movie of the year, Siskel and Ebert, so and so. They do want a tribute to his mom. That says shit, pure shit, Kevin's mom. So every time I think of Kevin Smith, think of that line with his mom calling his Clerks cartoon shit. So,
oh my god,
it was great. But what isn't shit is the word of the day, brought to you by Shrebbles08. I feel like Shrebbles08 deserves a button. I got to make him one. The word of the day is Coke, like in Coca-Cola, YouTube. Santa Claus is coming to Coke. Hot tub Coke machine. Debbie does Coke. She probably did. Die Coke and the magnificent 7 lines of Coke. Coke
He means like 7 lines,
one.
like cans of Coke, right? We're not.
Yeah, lines of Coca-Cola, all rows.
Here. Yeah.
We never would.
Fistful of Coke while we're at it, because that is very refreshing.
Here, I'm drinking a Coca-Cola right now. See you too. Safe. But all joking aside, let's see. We have Talladega Coke, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
Black Coke.
Don't do Black Coke, Dion. Just don't do Coke in general. But
Boss Coke.
Yes, mix it up.
Boss Coke, yeah.
That's good. That's good.
I'm gonna Coke you, sucker.
Kendo always pulls that one out, and I always laugh every time because I know what the hell he's saying.
Somebody in the audience has no clue what we're talking about. They're like, "What's Boss?"
Yes.
Hugo Boss? No.
It's a movie with Fred Williamson, and it's
no. From the 70s.
From the 70s.
Yep.
About a black man.
Yep.
It has 2 names. It does have 2 names.
It's a slang term.
It's a slang term.
You know what I want to do is I want to get one of those theatrical size posters and ask Quentin Tarantino to sign it for me. I did buy like a reprint from Amazon that's had the full name on it, and I had Fred Williamson sign it like years ago. Was he cool?
He was fucking cool. He was so cool.
I just think it would be funny, Dion, to have Tarantino sign it since he puts that in every one of his movies.
Yep.
It's like, here you go, Quentin. This is an original from the 70s. Please sign this for me.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my conversation piece. Like, I have people over to my home. I'd have it behind my couch. Like, what is this? Oh, this is an original signed by Quentin Tarantino. And they'd be like, what? And I would lose friends quickly. The risk I'm willing to take, though. I got you guys.
That's all good.
All right. One more Coke title.
One Coke over the cuckoo's nest. I don't know.
Dion?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna Coke you, sucker.
Kendo.
Back to the Coke.
All right, I'll close it out with Coke Busters. There we go. That's it. Coke Busters. Coming soon to a DEA section near you.
That is truly an 80s movie.
It is. It should actually have Philip Michael Thomas as the bad guy. No, it should be Pacino's Scarface versus Miami Vice. That's Coke Busters.
That would have been good. That would have been good.
All right, so some of these are out of order, folks. Sorry, the StreamYards is kind of wonky. You guys didn't like the vertical and horizontal streaming, so we got rid of it. But if you do listen to this on the Good Morning Pop Culture channel, you can actually watch it vertically or the Facebook. But, you guys like it a certain way on YouTube, and we aim to please. So Shrebbles Await, also back. Thank you very much. Here's some button requests. And on WCBS, we love the buttons. They're a lot of fun to make. I might laugh at them more than anybody else. But here is a favorite of mine. Why? Because it's the best day of the week.
Garbage day! Huh? No!
Is it wrong that I bought that sweater?
Heck no.
I saw it at the store. I was like, garbage day. And I just bought it.
Oh
It's in my
god,
closet. I've never worn it.
there's a theater down here doing all 5 of them on the 19th.
Dude. So do you remember when we were down in Florida and we ran into that guy, Tony from Hack the Movies?
Yes.
I was watching their video. They did a 90-minute retrospective on Silent Night, Deadly Nights 2 through 5. I didn't realize that the one's got like a robotic kid, Pinocchio, and all this shit. I'm like, I need to see this. It sounds horrible.
Yeah. There's the Limelight Theater here in Atlanta is doing it. Like I think they're doing all 5 of them, and it's from 7 till like 6 in the morning or something. Like it's gonna be late.
6 in the morning. So after we go, we'll go to the strip club and then the Waffle House.
Yes, pretty much.
Wait, do you only like the first one, Kendo?
No, because all right. So here's the thing: I like the first one. The first one's great. The second one is serviceable because of the comedy schlock in there, like the Garbage Day, which ironically Thursday is Garbage Day here, so that's awesome. And
No,
I had no idea there was a 3, 4, and 5, so I don't know whether I like them because
you're not gonna like them.
I didn't know there was a 3, 4, and 5 until not too long ago when I really wanted to watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. It was last Christmas, and I was like, nobody's showing it anywhere. You know what? I should just buy the DVDs again. And then I saw this was like 5. I was like, what the fuck? What? How did they milk this for like 5 movies?
why don't you have it on Blu-ray is the better question. I have it on Blu-ray.
You have the original. You know, fuck you. I'm going to go get it right now.
There
Yeah, you are.
There
I think it's sold in a 2-pack with the 1 and 2.
Apparently this weekend, or sorry, no, next weekend, we're getting Silent Night, Deadly Night, the remake.
Yeah, that video was talking about it.
I guess do you know who the killer is?
Please tell me.
Do you remember the kid from the third shitty Halloween movie?
Do you mean the remake, like Halloween?
The remake, yeah. Halloween Ends.
Corey Cunningham.
What is it? Him or is it Roman Campbell? They both look the same. They both look like nerdy white guys.
I think Rowan Campbell is him. It's not the little kid that fell off the top and got crushed and died at the beginning, is it?
No, it's the guy where like Michael Myers' consciousness transfers to the kid or to the teenager or whatever. Yeah, so it's that guy. Yep, that's him. I just looked at it. It is him from Halloween in 2022. Oh my god!
Go back to Canada, you weird looking dude. Rowan Campbell.
He's Billy Chapman. So
when does this piece of shit come out?
Next weekend, the 12th of December.
Oh,
Dude, the weird thing is, it's got a great score. It's got a 7 out of 10 on IMDb, 87 on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 3.2 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
I love how Letterboxd is now the new standard. Like that makes me very happy.
We're gonna have a Letterboxd in early 2026, so we can do rankings and bitch about it and fight with each other.
I'm down for that.
I dig it.
And then the audience can get involved. We'll tie our Discord to it too.
Awesome. But because I keep seeing inklings of the new Silent Deadly Night, and it's done by the same company who did Terrifier. So yeah.
So no story then. Got it. Might have to skip this one.
Still, I think the beginning of the original one can never be beat.
Holy shit, I just discovered that 17 miles from me is a Distillery movie theater tap room, and they're showing this film. Oh, that's going to be a fun time.
Holy shit.
What's the name of the place? By
RJ Cinema Distillery and Tap Room.
Nice. Yeah, there's one near me like that. It's called Spring Cinemas or something like that, but it's the same thing as a tap room / theater as well. Yeah, fun place.
Well, folks, we're not doing it tonight because we're not close enough to Christmas, but we will have a bracket battle. It'll be our final tester, the greatest Christmas movies of all time. And you will see Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 on that list, but you will also see...
Class, Who gives a shit about glass? Who the fuck is this?
This is Deputy Chief of Police Dwayne T. Robinson, and I am in charge of this situation.
Oh, you're in charge. Well, I got some bad news for you, Dwayne. I'm not the one who just got butt fucked on national TV, Dwayne.
I love you, Argyle. Let's see. Xavier to God, thank you very much. Did you guys know that the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with Jason David Frank were supposed to appear in the WWF Survivor Series 1994 instead of Chuck Norris? I had heard this. Had you guys?
Wow. Nope.
I did not hear that.
That is news to me.
Yep. Never heard of it.
The only year that's okay, 94 is a pretty bad year. 95 is the worst. 94 is the year like where the Undertaker ascended and shit, but WrestleMania 10 is good. Could you imagine though if like in the Survivor Series all of a sudden you just hear it's Morphin time and like the Power Rangers appear? That'd have been the worst wrestling segment ever. How do you book that?
That would have been really silly and pointless because it was Undertaker getting his revenge against Yokozuna in a casket match, and Chuck Norris being the special outside enforcer works, I guess, because he got to kick Double J in the face, sort of. So there was that. But I don't understand what the Power Rangers would have done in that situation to like help the Undertaker, because he didn't even really help the Undertaker. He just kicked Double J in the face to keep him from getting involved.
And you gotta keep Double J in place. It was a precursor to his Good Housekeeping match with Chyna and the cat.
Yeah, well, that phase of Double J was entertaining.
When he throttled Mae Young and Moolah with that guitar, I was like, oh. But now
Yeah, when he went on his woman abuse streak. That was, I don't know why, but that was just extremely entertaining. Double J for some reason.
No, piss me off. I never, ever liked Jeff Jarrett. Like, I don't dislike him as a person. If I ever saw him, I'd be like, dude, what's up? But I whoop his ass in the video games every time I can.
That's because he was very good at doing his job and making you hate him as a wrestler.
And
well,
Deborah was his manager.
He was unlikable.
True.
Very tough to not like.
I got to say, though, when we went to AEW either late last year or was it early? No, it was late last year. He, like, came up and talked to us. So he was cool. I got to give him that. He wasn't CM Punk. Thank you, though, Xavier to God. He also says Alex, a.k.a. RoboCop's sex life was terminated. Yep, that's why RoboCop shoots people in the dick, because he doesn't have one anymore, and it's how he takes back his power.
Yep.
Well, I guess that kind of makes sense.
He just has a serial port there. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's what that spike is that he sticks into Clarence Boddicker at the end. It's like, ugh. We should take RoboCop and Dub over a line. This spike is my penis as he stabs him. I bet you that would ruin the film.
I doubt it, because that's an American masterpiece there. Nothing will ruin it. Sorry, nothing will ruin it.
It really is classic. I mean, I may say I don't like the death scene, but I bought the game. I need to get a RoboCop figure for my pop culture collection. So, Dion, I have wanted to buy you this $800 RoboCop gift, but I'm just like, that's a lot, and I don't want to, not give your rest of your family anything. So sorry, I didn't get you the Hot Toys metal RoboCop.
Don't feel bad, man. I got a couple of my darn self, so it's the thought that matters, and it counts just as much as if you got it.
Well, I'll do you a nice RoboCop piece of art and meat, a nice box of Christmas meat, but I won't buy you a RoboCop doll.
Meat.
That was for Xavier to God in the chat. He knows what movie that's from. He says, I love the scene in 22 Jump Street when Ice Cube finds out that Jonah Hill is doing his daughter, then has a meltdown. Oh, the green beans? And then Channing Tatum telling everyone. Oh,
dude, those two movies are like
Schmidt, fuck the captain's daughter.
I think the captain is like the best character in those movies, low key.
Oh, God,
for sure.
Yeah. I mean, those movies are fucking great, and the fact that they never got to do a Men in Black is like criminal.
I know. It still pisses me off, dude.
So criminal.
You know what my pitch would have been, or my version, like in my head canon? It's that when they get recruited to MIB, somehow Ice Cube has replaced Rip Torn, and he's actually the head of MIB, and he knows everything. It's not like whatever. So he yells at Jonah Hill like not to fuck with the noisy cricket and all this shit, and he's like yelling with aliens. I think that would have made the movie.
Oh, 100%.
And then have Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones in it as well, obviously.
I think for me, I would have had something similar to that, but they don't join MIB. They end up having to help them, and somehow they get away from being neutralized. Whether they convince an agent or whatever it is, and it's just they remember that the MIB is a real thing, and they never got neutralized. That's how it ended in that movie.
Maybe they're high from the drug from the first movie. That holy fucking shit. That smells.
Holy
Whoa! And you're all, nothing.
That would be hilarious. But you got to bring back Jeeves as well.
Oh yeah, Tony Shalhoub. Tony
You
Shalhoub's
gotta-
too big of an actor to come back.
Yeah, but still, you got like he embodied that character, and that character's fucking hilarious. You have to bring
Yep.
back.
Dude, Men in Black 1 is a classic. That
It's
is.
so
It is, dude. It
I can
is.
overlook Will Smith's career when I watch that movie.
Listen, that's why I don't have a problem with him being weird after that. It's like, hey, he gave us Men in Black, and he gave us Welcome to Earth. So I know he gets a lot of flack from this family.
He deserves a lot of flack. I don't respect some of his life decisions, but I'm going to remove the art from the artist. And like Wild Wild West was enough for me to stop liking Will Smith movies. So we're good. I don't need to go on about that. But
I don't know.
Listen,
I like
need to
that movie.
understand it's not that bad. Get over it.
Yeah.
No,
No,
I
I do.
agree.
No, I do like that movie. Like it's one of those like shitty movies you watch every now and again just because it's a shitty movie. Like it wasn't great, but it's also not the worst thing I've seen. So like I'll still like it's on my server. Like I have it to watch every now and again. Like it's one of those things. Like if I'm bored, I'll watch it because it's just terrible.
And you can see Selma Hayek's little booty.
yeah,
That's true. That's true.
that's the only reason I'll watch The Spirit, because Eva Mendes sits on that copy machine. Like,
Oh,
this
yes.
movie's terrible, but
Oh,
that
yes,
scene
yes,
is.
yes.
Ryan
The
Gosling's
Spirit-
a lucky dude.
Well, and also
Mhm.
like The Spirit is, I feel like it's Samuel L. Jackson being like incredibly unhinged, and he's just like getting paid to be fucking crazy for
He
90
did not
minutes.
give a fuck in that movie, dude. He didn't.
No, he wears a
Yep.
he wears a German soldier's World War II uniform. Let me say that.
Yeah, and Scarlett Johansson wears one too, and she talks about how good she looks in it.
Yep.
I'm like, you are really hot in this movie, Scarlett Johansson.
She is.
Let me
She is.
just take the words in this movie out of the sentence. You are really
Yeah.
hot, Scarlett Johansson.
No, she
Story.
really is. Like that. Yeah, that movie's another one I have as well. Like it was one of those things that it came during like that whole Frank Miller comic book thing that was happening, and they made it like as a one-off. And I don't think it did work really well, but like
No, it flopped hard, dude.
I enjoyed
Yeah,
it because
fuck,
it
dude.
was I enjoyed it because it was so fucking unhinged and so ridiculously over the top. It was nuts.
The only real complaint I have, two. One, I barely remember the movie outside of a couple parts, and it always just feels like Kmart Sin City, where
It
it's
is.
like,
Yeah.
it's like,
it is.
no, because Frank Miller shouldn't have directed anything. That's just period. Statement,
Wait,
like done.
Did
He directed that movie.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah, like Robert Rodriguez did Sin City. Frank Miller did the comic book of Sin City, but Rodriguez. is the
Okay,
filmmaker.
so basically, this is like Stephen King directing what the hell was that
Maximum
movie?
Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive, yeah, because I fucking hate that movie.
I love that
Wait, you
movie.
tell me
It's
you
so
don't like the
stupid.
AC/DC soundtrack and the Green Goblin?
It's fine, but like everyone seems to hype it too much because like, oh, he directed, he wrote it. I'm like, yeah, he did. He was also high on cocaine and drunk. He probably doesn't even remember what he did in that movie.
I would love to meet him and to ask him, how much of your life don't you remember? Like from like, is it like 77
Yeah,
to like
seriously.
92 as a blur? Like you just like, I was alive. Like, do you remember being on Creepshow set?
Yeah, exactly. Like when did you wake up? When did you sleep? You're like, whoa, I need to cut this shit out.
Meteor shit. If I ever met him, I think that'd be the first thing I say to him, Nick, is meteor shit. And he just looks at you like, oh, hey.
That was the first time I saw him. Mom made me watch movies as a kid, and she's like, meteor shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? And it came up, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now.
You were raised right, Nick. I'm very happy to know you.
Well, we did have a nice, mom and pop video store like 5 minutes from us, so we went to go rent all the good stuff. Even I did the thing as any teenage boy does. You sneak in Faces of Death in there to show your friends whenever they come over.
I remember there was a late night infomercial for Faces of Death as on TV, like
Yeah.
on my local TV, and I was like, that's enough for me. I just watching that trailer, I was like, this is something else I'm not getting into. I will watch any horror movie, but I will not watch like real footage of shit like
Well,
that.
I mean,
that's
and-
where I go.
And like I think there was a big article and stuff that happened. I want to say like 5 or 6 years ago about the majority of that stuff being like fake.
Oh yeah, But like the animal torture shit, like
Oh no, 100%. Yeah, that's
like I'm not Mr. Bleeding Heart. Let me go donate to FEMA. I'll eat a steak tomorrow. But like, I really don't want to watch like a snake get chopped in half or dogs get kicked and shit. It's like, no, I got a limit, man.
Yeah. Well, just so you know,
disaster release one.
just so you know, they do have copies of it in 4K and Blu-ray in case you want to,
torture somebody.
Yeah, torture somebody.
All right, Dion, I know what I'm getting you for Christmas next year. You're getting the Faces of Death box set, volumes 1 through 69.
Are you gonna Clockwork Orange fucking Dion? Is that what's gonna happen?
You wouldn't have to. He used to when we were at college. One of my friends, I thought it was Dion. One of them would watch. Not live. Was it Live Leaks? Was that you, Dion? You watch Live Leaks?
That was Dion. Yeah,
okay.
Dion and I had like a day of mourning when Live Leaks went down.
Oh,
because we would send each other shit from Live Leaks all the time. It would range from anything but from like ghetto hood fights or whatever they were called, because there was like a whole thread on that shit.
Yep.
It's called World Star. It's called World Star. Okay, jeez.
Well, this was when motherfuckers would be
motorcycle
like,
getting hit by a truck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were always sending each other shit like that. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. The minute
I'm
Jeff
okay
said
with
Live
watching
Leak,
dumb people do dumb things that takes themselves out of the picture.
and sometimes it reminds you to, hey, sometimes just go like that every once in a while, because Live Leak is a great reminder that if you could be standing on a street corner, particularly if you're over in a quickly put together Chinese building. Sometimes flyers might fall down and fall on you when you get electrocuted. So just keep your head on a swivel in real life. Live Leak taught me that.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah. And once the light turns green, you don't have to push down that pedal. You can ease through that intersection because there's a chance somebody might come flying through there real quick, and you're going to be a dash cam video.
You're gonna be a dash cam video. Well, better than a Russian dash cam video, because those are man.
Those are crazy on YouTube, because I didn't realize I got a whole country of people just can't drive. Like they just
yeah. Wait till you watch the Chinese ones.
Easy insurance fraud in Russia.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, that is
when we do our
like
world tour, let's just skip Russia.
Yeah, skip Russia, skip China, skip India, skip most of that part of the world.
We'll go to Sarah Palin's house because you can see Russia from there. She'll invite us in for some nice milk and cookies, maybe some moose.
And it's Alaska, which is still the United States, so we got that going for us.
It'll always be nighttime.
Really need passports to go to Alaska.
That's true.
Just a government real ID or $45 to pay.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that recently.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? I'll pay $45 every time I fly if you get rid of the TSA. Like if it's just straight up like
seriously
pay $45 to tell the TSA to fuck off, I would every time pay $45.
Oh my god, dude.
Give them the finger.
Dude, like the TSA and daylight savings time, two things they need to get rid of. Like yesterday.
Agreed. Yeah, it ain't. It's not 2003 anymore. I got that for a year once. It was a lot of fun. I just don't really want to pay that much money to clear.
Oh no!
But when I left California, I was still on that account, and I had clear for an extra year, Nick. So when I would come down to you, it was just like zip right through the line.
I did get. What did I get? I got global entry, so like I got all that covered now. I'm good. I'm all good.
Yeah, I'll get it before I visit you because I don't fly unless I'm hanging out with you, man. So
yeah.
So, Xavier to God, thank you for telling us about 21 Jump Street or 22. I'll tell you this quick, and we'll move on. My favorite scene in all those movies is when they take the drugs and he goes, "Fuck you, Miles Davis," and he jumps through the gong. That makes me laugh every time. Or finger popping each other's assholes. That. Yeah, the way he says it too.
And plus, like whenever, like if Diane and I are out somewhere, and we find ourselves in this situation where like someone's like talking shit, which does happen from time to time, she will use that every time. It is the funniest because she does the voice too, dude. It is. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That might be my favorite part too. That might be my favorite
part. Popping each other's assholes. Yeah, that chick went nowhere. And the other one's Dakota Johnson.
Oh god.
Yep.
So our friend Overkill 161 with some words of the day. Thank you, Overkill 161. Red Coke Rober. Coke on 42nd Street and Coke Wish 2. Charles Bronson in that one?
No. Coke Wish 2 is Al Pacino.
No, right. What actor? No, it should be Artie Lang. Because
Artie Lang, oh my god.
Coke.
Yeah, well, the stuff. Then he one lady of the night that was robbing. They put like glass in his stuff that once, and that's why his nose got all fucked up.
Oh, that's what happened. I just thought he did so much cocaine that his nose exploded. I was like, oh, that's
It was
what
definitely
happened.
part of it. It was definitely part of it, but it was that was the big one, was that they put crushed glass in one of his lines.
Yep.
That is messed up, and I don't dislike Artie Lang. He's in that one movie. Was he in Dirty Work?
Yeah, Dirty
I
Work.
like
Yep.
Dirty Work.
Yep.
Yep.
Dirty Work.
Yep.
There's an R-rated cut of that.
Obviously, Mad TV. That initial Mad TV is mine, man. Unrated, you said?
The original R-rated cut.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, by the way, Dion, bringing up Mad TV, I showed my mom the Party All the Time skit about Eddie Murphy. I forgot how good Aries Spears is. Holy shit, that guy does a good job.
Aries Spears is hilarious. Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, dude, he's the man. He's the man. He be talking wild these days, but Aries, and he's still hilarious.
No. Yeah, no, he talks real well, but he's also like really fucking old, so he doesn't care anymore. He's like, whatever, cancel me, I don't care, I'm good.
Yeah, dude, he doesn't give a fuck.
We should hire him to do some voiceover work for us.
Dude,
Like, hey man, we need Eddie Murphy. We need an Eddie Murphy voice to tell the story of My Black. Yo, Terminegro with Aries Spears as Terminegro and Eddie Murphy voice.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Okay, Shrubbles08 has a question for our psychic extraordinaire. He's better than Johnny Wishbone. Now, folks, only once a week can you access him. He's like Zoltar from Big, but his answers are always better. So we have to call to the sky or the phone number on screen to the one, the only Mr. Cleo. Now, Mr. Cleo, will Jeff get a P.O. box, and will Detroit make it to the Super Bowl? Also, number 69, please.
Bagwan, when you call on to me, especially during a time of strife, you got to remember one thing: the kids don't lie. Now, the P.O. box of Jeffrey. Is he going to get the P.O. box? Well, the kids say one thing only. The kids say, yes. Bagwan. Say it now, it shall be done. Also, the Lions going to the Super Bowl. Do they have what it takes? Historically, they're not really the greatest. It's not a Bagwan. It's a, oh, no. But the kids, see, we trust in the cards. Why? Because the kids don't lie. We pulled the kids out about the Lions. Bumbleclaw. No. Bagwan!
These have been the wise words of Mr. Cleo. To answer your question, though, Shrubbles08, yes, there will be a P.O. box. I thought about doing it now for Christmas, but it might be a little too late. We'll find out. Maybe I'll open it tomorrow. But you guys will have one definitely in January. I'm sorry I keep pushing it off. Life stuff. Plus, I need space for stuff that people send, because we had a listener, Salvador, who would send crates of stuff. We have a case of undrank Jones soda with WCBS logos on it, because you don't drink. When somebody makes you something cool like that, you don't drink it, you save it. So we will have that, and I'll make a special shelf for all the stuff you guys send, and we'll check in with it. But thank you, Shrubbles08, for calling our pal, Mr. Cleo. So Georgian says, thoughts on Full Moon giving the fans the opportunity to decide the next 10 film projects and Hasbro destroying its toy archive. Nick, we'll let you go first. What do you think about the Full Moon stuff?
Listen, yeah, Full Moon. I've watched them since I was a kid, man. Since Trancers, okay, yeah, since shit like that. I actually have the Trancers on Blu-ray right now. I fucking love it. Love Trancers. Love Jack Death. Ridiculous fucking character. No, I'm happy they're doing it. They need to, because I mean, they only have, you can only make Puppet Masters, so much, and can't do that. I know they had one movie that was really hilarious called Bad CG Gator that was really funny. I have had their VOD service for a couple of years now. It's actually the one we always watch when you're over, Jeff.
Oh, I love it.
It's always naked European women for it's always those movies.
It's every man's dream.
It is. I'm glad they're doing that. I wish them the best. I know they released like a ridiculous $200 like full moon pack of movies on Blu-ray recently that you can go buy. It's worth it if you're into that kind of stuff. I'll probably look into it and try to get it. But no, I love Full Moon. I've loved them ever since. As a kid, I would watch them. They were the Asylum when the Asylum wasn't there. Like they were pre-Asylum. That's what they were.
They're better than the Asylum, though.
No, they are, because they had practical effects and they didn't really rely on bad CG or anything like that. They did everything as much as they could practically. They made them quick.
Was in the movie.
Yes, they made them quick. I think the budgets were always like $1 million or lower. And there was they had a whole procedure of doing them so they could make money. So yeah, they were good. They're they have so many movies, it's insane. But yeah, I'm glad they're doing that. I'm glad they're getting trying to get back into it. They really need to, because we need more weird shit to watch.
Amen.
Thank you, Sejorjan. Now, in terms of the Hasbro destroying its toy archives, I have seen that. I have read a couple articles, and I'm looking more into it for a video. However, it will not be my next video because, folks, here's something you'll all want to hear about. With the Ollie's videos, I have great news. We always, in the videos, I always say how this shit will never sell. They'll have to do something drastic to get rid of it. Well, I saw a rumor online, and I went and checked it out myself, and it's confirmed. Nick, Kendo, Dion, they are selling those damn Marvel Legends figures for $1 because they can't sell them.
Whoa.
Special bin with a special sign that says $1. They are going nuts at the store today. They were trying to dollar out. Remember that aisle I always show that has the Shuri copters and all the shit that doesn't sell? The one section?
Yeah.
It is all for $1 at Christmas time because they can't sell it. So they're getting rid of it for $1. And I have a whole video on that, folks, coming up on Saturday. So be on the lookout for that. But I will get into the toy archive stuff, so Jordan. Also, too, what do you expect though, dude, when you make 1 million Shang-Chi figures and there's a dozen Shang-Chi fans on the planet? Unless somebody's going to have a wall of Simu Liu. Well, everyone, yeah. I can't judge collectors. You like what you like.
That's true. That's true. I mean, everybody likes their own stuff, but I mean, also, like you said, they're basically polluting the ozone layer because they're using so much plastic to make all this crap. Nobody's buying it. What's the point?
And then, Nick, they're taking their rare figures from their collection and archives and literally dumping it. Shit that's worth thousands of dollars. They're clearing out. They're just throwing it away.
That doesn't make any fucking sense, man.
Just sell it.
Yeah, auction it off. Just do that. Just auction it off. Have it go to the highest bidder, whatever,
Dude, Laser Pants would have bought that shit over on 3POA. He would have been like, you know what? I'll just take the whole archive myself. So, yeah. Why put it? I'll tell you this, though. If we ever find out where they're dumping it, we're going to go dig it up. I want some G1 Transformers.
God, it's probably going to be one of those things. It's probably going to be one of those things where they won't tell anybody, and even the people throwing it away will probably take a handful of shit out of the trash as well, so they can save it for later and sell it on eBay for millions of dollars.
We should start a business where we are hired to clean out big businesses, and they think we're throwing this shit out, and we're just going to store it for later. We'll never know.
Giant art collections and shit.
Yeah, it's I got the Mona Lisa. Can't sell it yet. But, I saw a great thing online the other day. It's if you steal the Mona Lisa, you can never sell it because there's only one, and everyone would know that it's you that stole it or bought it stolen. And I'm like, yeah, man, that would be a weird predicament to have something that's so valuable and one of a kind, but you can't sell it or else you'll out yourself as a criminal. I wonder how many people out there have had that situation.
Uber rich dude all the time.
Yeah.
First, I thought you said the Uber dude. I'm like, Ashton Kutcher stole something? Dude, I was at a Halloween party and the girls there were trying to tell me that he killed his ex-wife.
Whoa.
That's a rumor because apparently he was in a court case about killing somebody that, and him also being involved with the what was it? The foundation that was helping traffic kids or make sure kids wouldn't get trafficked. And then you find out he's part of the Diddy thing. And he probably was, doing a lot of other shit. And I think him and his wife have moved out of the US now. So yeah, there's a bunch of weird shit happening with them.
Oh man, Mila Kunis is my neighbor.
Yeah, that is a cold day. But also they were writing letters of whatever you call him for Danny Masterson when he got sent.
Yeah, they were saying he's a cool dude. Let him out, basically. So
now hold on, isn't he back in the news too?
Or be lenient on him.
Yeah, wasn't there something though about him like possibly getting another trial or something like that? Or was that one of those?
Ooh, I didn't see that. I haven't
Let's see.
seen that.
Danny Masterson news. Danny Masterson blames lawyer for presenting this. He has a bias. Okay, he was in the news. Never mind. He alleged. Oh, never mind. His petition for overturn has been denied. So never mind. That was 2 weeks ago, but it was in the news. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not like pulling shit out of my ass on a case like that. That's a little more serious. Xavier to God, thank you very much. Let's see what he said. He says, "Fuck, Marry, Kill, Michael Jackson, Eminem, and Elvis Presley." Okay, this is weird that you pick Eminem because he raps about ripping off Elvis and he raps about making fun of Michael Jackson. So you must like Eminem.
Let's
this is going to be easy. Nick, you go first.
Let's see. Marry Michael Jackson, fuck Elvis, and kill Eminem.
Damn.
Kendo, go next because I know Dion's answer for Elvis.
I'm going to marry Elvis, fuck Michael Jackson, and kill Eminem.
Dion?
Well, you know that one. So the other ones, I'm gonna marry Michael Jackson, and I'm banging Eminem because at least we're gonna have pills and party pretty good.
Yeah, I'm with Dion, and it's for different reasons. I just don't like Elvis music outside of a couple songs. Like, I don't want to listen to Jailhouse Rock or Blue Suede Shoes or any of that other crap. Like, give me what's that one song he does about Caught in a Trap? Suspicious Minds. That's a good song. Like, Elvis has good songs, but Michael Jackson's got a ton of great songs. And then Eminem, for as shitty as his music has become, there was a window of time from like 99 to 04 where that dude was like the king of popular culture. It wasn't just in rap. He was in TV shows, movies, you name it. Even a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember his other band, D12.
Yeah, I love D12.
Yep.
Purple Pills.
Yes, I remember that fucking
Yep, great song. These girls don't know about the name of my band.
Oh, my band was great. Superman video, I was in the back. Dude, Bizarre was the best member of D12. That dude was hilarious.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Is he still alive? Because one of them died, right? Was it Swifty McVeigh?
I think it was Swifty that died, I want to say.
Okay. I liked him back in the day. I haven't listened to a D12 song, and I listen to their instrumentals now.
You classy bitch.
Yeah. He'd be writing his own rhymes, you know. Jeff's a low level.
Yeah,
MC,
Jeff's
just
sitting in his suit, like on the piano, like, you know, writing lounge music from Eminem's.
Yeah,
you know.
I got a piano back here.
Record.
I know you do.
Well, I do. So fuck him and fuck you too. Is that what you're saying, Kendo?
Yep.
We should play a game, and I won't cheat. I want one day of Eminem's most famous songs, like pick a line and see if I can remember what the follow-up is. We don't not tonight, but let's do it in the future where it's like I want to test my memory.
Yeah.
The audience can vote. Okay, 2 more and we're back to our main topics. So thanks, folks, for sticking with us, but thank you even more for supporting us. We appreciate you guys. We know things are rough out there. Believe me, we're all living in the same world, but the fact that so many of you are supporting the book at the level you are and supporting the show each and every week, we're really grateful. We're going to give you guys a lot of stuff before the end of the year, so be on the lookout. Be ready to laugh. It's a world-class season. Xavier to God says, rumor is Scarlett Johansson will be Catwoman.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I want to see her in a tight suit.
Dude, if that happens and we get like one shot of her in the outfit or like what it would look like, internet's gonna go nuts.
Yep.
Look,
Gonna break it.
Yep.
Julie Newmar was hot. Lee Merriweather looked pretty good. Michelle Pfeiffer was awesome. Even Anne Hathaway looked good.
I'll say that it's like Michelle Pfeiffer and Hathaway. Like it's
close.
It's close.
Like,
but I don't know. If Scarlett Johansson's up. Scarlett Johansson might be right at Michelle Pfeiffer, if not a little bit under. Like it's right there. It's right
in terms
there.
of hotness, right? Not acting.
Of course. Of course.
Well, to be fair, we kind of already know what she would look like as Catwoman because she wears those skin tight leather suits in the Avengers.
Yep,
that's true. We just need the mask.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was Thora Birch because in Ghost World, one of them wears a Catwoman mask. Like they go to a sex shop and they get Steve Buscemi to buy him a Catwoman mask. Never mind. You should watch Ghost World. It's a good movie.
I've always seen it. I remember seeing the cover like for years. I've never watched it.
I bought it on DVD. My cousin showed it to me when I was a kid. And then I caught it on IFC, and I was like, you know what? it's a comic book movie. I'm gonna buy this, and I did like
IFC. Put your goddamn pinky up, Jeff. Jesus Christ.
Hey, I only watched IFC because they showed art films with a lot of nudity. So I was
That's
like,
true,
12, I was
they
like,
did,
ooh,
they did.
LVN. I'm watching.
And the mockumentaries are awesome.
Oh, they are. Oh my god, they are.
Dude, that's where I saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre for the first time was on IFC.
Yep.
It was a good
Hell
time.
yeah, dude.
Yep.
So, Black Panther, Georgian, thank you very much. He says Black Panther and Shang-Chi toys, $1 each at Ollie's. Easy way to get banned from Toys for Tots if you arrive with a box full of those.
Oh my god.
Yeah, ain't no kid gonna want any of that shit.
Part of me wants to do that as a joke, but I don't want kids to get stuck with bad toys, but I don't think kids would care if they get like superhero toys, you know? Like, the Black Panther doesn't suck. Sure he does, but I'll figure something else to give. But I'm laughing, folks.
Got our
Wait
own
till you see
team
the
for
video on
Doomsday.
Saturday.
Jeez.
She's
See
supposedly
that, you
releasing
guys see that
Blade.
release?
What?
Yeah. That they released all the different Avenger teams that's going to be running for Doomsday, and Shuri's got her own one with Namor.
I saw that, and I'm like, do you want to make money? Because you know what's gonna happen is they'll make a bunch of merchandise for that team for the people on social media, and I'll have 10 more years of going to Ollie's. So please,
Yep.
God, give me that team.
Oh my god, that's
Oh no, hold on. We read these in order, but this is sad. So Georgian, Mortal Kombat, Shang Tsung himself, Kerry Hiroki Tagawa died. He was 75. I know. I'm like,
Hillary
oh,
Shank, the guy that played Shang Tsung, died.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Kerry
see?
Tagawa died, dude.
No.
oh
He was
no, man.
great. Your soul is
This is
mine.
the worst night ever.
Oh, damn.
Damn, dude. He even did when Machinima did their own Mortal Kombat thing. He reprised his role for that, dude. He was
Oh my
awesome
god,
in that.
apparently he was in Johnny Tsunami and the Phantom.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
I love Johnny Tsunami. That's a not
He was
guilty pleasure.
what was the pirate, evil pirate? Not Roberts or something else, but he was the evil pirate dude in Phantom. Yep.
He was good, dude. He was just like funny. It was weird. The other day I found pictures and footage from the Mortal Kombat premiere, and it just looked like they were all having a great time. Like,
Yeah, dude.
everybody got along.
I think what was this guy also in the fucking ping pong movie?
Or Balls of Fury?
Yeah.
He might have been.
Might have been, yeah. I don't remember.
Because I remember it may have been him or somebody else. I don't know. I gotta check.
While you do, I love.
He was not in Balls of Fury.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It was another Asian dude.
James Wan, right? Not James Wan.
The director?
No. Oh
He was in
God.
License to Kill.
What's the old Asian dude that just got the Hollywood Walk of Fame like 2 years ago? The guy that's in Balls of Fury. The old Asian.
Oh,
guy-
James Hong.
James Hong. That's what it is.
There
That's
you
what it is.
go.
It's James Hong. Yeah, James Hong. Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me, I got my last names wrong.
Yeah. There's also Jason Lee Scott was in it too. He was really funny.
Yo, Jason. God, that dude's gonna be a superstar.
Tagawa was also in Twins.
Oh,
He played the role of Oriental Man.
makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, he was always like Oriental or Asian man, like number 3.
Well, he was supposed to be
He was-
Hawaiian in Johnny Tsunami.
Yep.
He was in License to Kill.
That's
He
right.
Was, he was
I'm a
Kwong.
henchman. Yep.
Kickboxer 2. Showdown in Little Tokyo. Rising Sun. He played a Japanese man. See, he was in The Phantom.
Mm-hmm.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I'm just going for the ones that we'd all know that, whatever. He was in
Sabrina the
Forever
Teenage Witch.
as a Japanese guy.
Oh.
He was in Planet of the Apes.
He was also in Baywatch Hawaiian Wedding.
And I stand corrected. He was in Balls of Fury, but he played Mysterious Asian Man.
Yeah, TLJ Screwjob says he was the assistant that died from a dart to the neck.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's I remember because it was a really like funny death. That's why.
Oh, he was in
So he
Wesley
wasn't.
Snipes.
That's right. He was on MK11. Yeah, I'm glad they got him.
He is going to be a hard act to follow, no matter his passing now or irrelevant.
Oh
time.
man, he was
a
in Thunder
great job.
in Paradise. God damn it.
With Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
You think they're riding that
Yeah.
boat in the sky?
Thunder Lips and
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I was like, it's Hulk Hogan. I had to pull that one back. That's nothing to do with his comments on that Love Sponge sex tape either. I just
Terry might not be hanging out with him. You know what I'm saying?
But Hulk Hogan,
He went to
Hulk
He
Hogan
went to Japan to wrestle a lot and he respected the Japanese wrestling
of this country. It's the
Hey,
land of
apparently he
legends.
loves
Well,
Mr.
yeah,
T
I mean-
too, but you know.
if it wasn't for that, he wouldn't have gotten to wrestle 400 days in 1 year.
Yeah, that was impressive. Like Hulk Hogan is so great, time bends for him.
Yeah, the
God
international
damn, I love
dateline
Hogan
only
bullshit.
works, in a different way for Hulk Hogan. It's the same for us, but Hulk Hogan somehow he picks up days going across that thing.
Man, Metallica would have been such a better group with him in it.
I know. Sorry, Kirk Hammett. You just aren't as good as Hulk Hogan. We had a few things rolling real quick. Somebody had mentioned about the Black Panther toy articulation in the ad, which we have on our Twitter. It's a Marvel Legend in the ad. So we're talking a $26 toy is now $1. And that counts as Killmonger and all that shit.
Dude, I remember when you said like they couldn't keep them on the shelves and people were like, sitting out at Target or Walmart or whatever trying to get them just so they could resell them or keep them for themselves because they were like so much. They were like worth quite a bit. I guess that wasn't the case now.
No. It's weird too. I noticed that I'm making a video about these types of toys too, but I've noticed living in different parts of the country, like in California, they would sell. But in the Midwest, Black Panther toys and Lando figures and all this stuff don't sell in certain areas. And I'm just like, it's just a thing of overshipment. It's really not a racial thing, but I find it interesting that the diversity figures end up in parts of the country where people would think those thoughts would be prevalent still, even though they're not. And the toys are still there. I just found it funny. It's almost like a good joke to me. But I don't want to tease too much of that video, folks, because I wrote that one. I think you guys will like it. Xavier got, Jeff, were you listening to your Will Smith CD? I had it on tape. I didn't have it on CD. And the Will Smith tape I had Nightmare on My Street. I didn't have Millennium.
I had Millennium. I remember that fucking album.
I had Big Willie Style on CD.
I remember that one.
It was one of those Columbia Record specials where I got like 12
God.
for the price of one, and I was just like,
Yeah.
Hey, Will Smith's got a CD. Let's get that because Brandon really liked that fucking Miami song.
Well, I mean, that's how Eva Mendes got her start is with the Miami music video.
And I'm glad she did, because Eva Mendes is great.
Oh yeah.
Is Eva Mendes better than Penelope Cruz?
Yes.
Yeah. Because I don't know, Penelope Cruz just keeps doing like artsy shit. I don't see her in any mainstream stuff anymore.
Oh, yeah. She's with Javier Bardem. She doesn't have to work.
Yeah, she's always doing like really she's always doing like Spanish artsy movies. I'm just like, good for you. I'm glad you enjoy that, but like I don't watch any of these.
Yeah. I'd rather have Eva Mendes than Penelope.
What about Ursula?
Well, Ursula is coming back in the third one.
Oh, thank
Yes.
Yeah,
I was very happy to see her in the second one.
Yeah, because I was keeping track of the production of Super Troopers 3, and like she showed up on the set, and I was like, that makes me really happy. All right. But
One more message from Xavier God. Kerry Hiroki Tagawa came back in 2019 for Mortal Kombat 11.
Yep.
I saw the DLC for that. I stopped playing Mortal Kombat after 9. It's a good game, but I just don't want to keep playing Mortal Kombat, especially that new one.
I got
Kombat
10.
1. Oh, you got 10?
Yep. Last one was X. X was the last one I got for all the characters because it had the Xenomorph, Jason, Predator, and all that shit. So that was the last one.
All right, Nick. It's time to talk about the main event of the evening. Oh, Stranger Things Season 5 is here, and the cast is ready for Social Security. But no, I thought, based on the advertising and marketing, that Stranger Things Season 5 was going to be the biggest thing in the world, and everyone was going to talk about it, and it was going to be nonstop Stranger Things for a while. He looks like an old lady.
He does. He looks like an old lesbian.
I was about to say old lesbian. Look at the mullet, dude. Definitely drives a Subaru.
A Subaru.
Subaru. That's what it was. Definitely a Subaru. Definitely Birkenstocks. So Stranger Things season 5 is here, and it seems, at least from my point of view, I haven't seen a lot of people talking about it, but I did sit down to watch it because back in 2016, 9 years ago, I started the Stranger Things journey, and it took 9 years to get 5 seasons.
Yeah, we did.
And back then, it was kitschy and cool, and it brought back this 80s nostalgia that kind of died because 80s nostalgia really didn't go away. You had that hangover of the 80s into the 90s. Then there was that small window of time where we were really excited for the new millennium. But once we got to the new millennium, we went back to the 80s. I mean, everything. Yep. Transformers, G.I. Joe, He-Man had a new cartoon. If it was from the 80s, it was revived, and it made money. But then it died out because everything that runs its natural course, and we were getting ready to be into the 90s nostalgia window. And then Stranger Things comes out, and you got people from the 80s into it. You got kids into it. Everybody was into it because it was a pretty solid show. Mm-hmm. It changed culture. So now we are here in the 5th and final season, and I just got to say, man, it was okay. I wasn't really blown away by anything. It was not bad in the slightest bit.
Yeah, I mean, like even I have a lot of discrepancies with the first few episodes. And like some things just don't make sense the way they were like doing them. And it's one of those things where like they had to almost remind you of this stuff. Like, oh, this happened last season 4 years ago. But, you probably didn't have access to it or watch it, so we're going to remind you of it. It's like, no, we have access to it. Like, I was going to a friend's house for Friendsgiving, and then I was going to say the night we're going to watch episodes. On the way there, I had my phone mounted to one of those like the little glass like holders for. I mean, the one you like suction up to your windshield. I had that in my car. I was watching the last episode while I was driving down the road.
I'm glad you survived.
Keeping up with some traditions with your people. I see watching while you're driving. At least your driver's license is legal.
That's true. I am legal. So
from California was legal too, Kendo. Come on now. Gavin Newsom's California.
Yeah, I just made sure not to run over anybody important.
There's a lot of important people in your neighborhood, though, Nick. So you gotta be careful.
Yeah,
that hot lady that lives above you.
Yeah, but no, I made sure. I think during the week of Thanksgiving, I watched every season back to back, so I could really catch up and know, like, it was all fresh in my mind, so I could watch all of it and like make sure I was everything made sense. The first episode where they show Dustin again, I was like, this isn't why does this doesn't make sense.
He doesn't make sense.
No, he doesn't.
Like, his character sucks this season. Let's pull him up because he looks old too. The funny thing is, I know this is like he's aged. He doesn't look that much different than this. Like, he's the one that aged the worst. He just looks rough.
Looks a little rough. Also the very first part where they show, I think, Will in the woods where he gets attacked by the Demogorgon.
That was horrible.
Well, no, not just that, dude. He never had the gun in his little fucking castle hut thing. He never had it.
Come on now, don't bring up continuity and important things.
No, because because like I was watching at my friend's house and I was like, that's like, wait to stop 5 minutes in because like that's wrong. He never had it because they showed the scene in season 1. I think it's season 1 episode like 6 or 7 or 5 or 6, whatever, where they show him in the Upside Down and he's getting attacked by the Demogorgon right before his mom and Hop come through and like try to rescue him. And he didn't have the gun, and there was no evidence. There was no evidence of him running around the fucking trees either. Like, the hell is this? It was so weird. It was so strange.
They're in the fucking trees.
Yeah, it was so strange. So I had a little discrepancy with that because I'm like, the gun was left in the woodshed out back because Hop went to go check it after the kid disappeared, and he like opens it up and looks at it and sees there are bolts inside of it, and it was there. It's not like all of a sudden there was one like a copy of it in the Upside Down. The Upside Down has never had weapons as far as we've known. They always have to be brought in.
Yeah.
So that was my first like thing. I was like, this you're already fucking up here.
My complaint was, it really wasn't even a complaint. I felt that the show, while entertaining and pushed itself forward, I thought it did two bad things. First, it was trying to stretch this out.
Yeah.
Till Christmas or whatever, how they're doing it by week. Not really feeling that. But I thought that Dustin's character was in a different show. I mean, the death of Eddie and all the stuff that bothered him in the previous seasons, you want that to continue on. But the way the last season ends, with like the Earth, the upside down coming in and stuff, the Hawkins, and then it falls into the streaming trap of where we have something epic happen, but we can't really blow our load like it's a movie. So then we have to undo or dial down what happened, only to then build it back up at the end. Because I thought this was going to be a much more high stakes event. Like they're just stuck in a city and it's really fucking lame. Like I get it that you need to like milk the show for seasons, but like if we had a TV show that was that successful and we were given so much money, our last season would be literally every episode is just giant battles, giant shit to tell the story, because that's where we are.
Yeah.
Like you're like rediscovering things in the Upside Down. I'm like, this is 9 years.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Yeah. They kept rediscovering things like like even the thing that happens with Holly is just like, oh, this is weird thing here. We should ignore it. It's like, no, you've been through 5 years of this shit. Why are you ignoring this weird thing happening to a little kid in the town you're trapped in?
Yep.
Why are you ignoring this thing? It's so fucking. It didn't make any goddamn sense.
They always like cast decent actors though. Like I'm not saying these kids are like the greatest actors, but like when they were younger, they were pretty good for being kid actors, and they keep bringing in actors that are pretty good. It doesn't ruin the illusion of the show. Like
no.
Even what's his face's sister is pretty. Lucas's sister is an okay actor too.
Yeah, she's kind of dialed down the sass a little bit this season. I'm like, okay, good. We don't get you being like, we don't get you being this much of just a pain in the ass. So it's good. I'm glad I'm glad you're still there, but like, I'm glad it's dialed down a little bit more. No, the whole thing with Dustin being like, brokenhearted for Eddie. I get it was, he died. It was epic. It sucked, but like, you have Steve. Steve has been there since the beginning.
Steve was your buddy. Steve was your Eddie.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why
Eddie
are you
didn't really fit the season that well? But he was a good character.
No. I mean, he was a good character, but he was like the Russian guy in season 3, where he he was going to die. Because there was
Russian guy sucked. Oh. What's his name? Gleb or something?
I forget his name. I really do. But it was one of those things where like you knew the character was going to die. Like you knew he was going to die, have a pretty epic death, but he was going to die for sure. Because just that's kind of how it was going. But yeah, like all of a sudden, I love how there's a giant gate in town into the Upside Down. It's just there, and it's like protected by the military. It's just like a doorway, a literal doorway. They have to like burn every time and go through it. That's all it is.
Yeah, it like I said, it's not really bad. I'm not here to bitch about it. There's nothing to really complain about.
Okay.
We'll finish the season out, but
okay, I want to hear your opinion about this. I'm not gonna say what it is, but what did you think of the ending of the first part? What were your thoughts when that thing happened?
That was Vecna, right?
No, it was something else.
Text me real quick because I watched it for sure on Thanksgiving.
Okay,
just
let's
text
see.
me what it is real quick because then I'll respond to you.
Let's see.
While you're texting me, I'll say this though, folks. One thing that always bothers me on these expensive shows is the technical limitations that they somehow fall into. This show has a problem like Ant-Man 3 Into the Multiverse, where the effects do not match. So what I mean is like anything that's rendered in CGI looks beautiful. Like there's a scene with Vecna interacting with stuff. The world that he's in is clearly CGI. It is awesome. Pixel perfect, if you will. But they do not green screen or chroma key in well the characters. So anytime the characters are clearly on a green screen, it's very clear. Like there's a scene where they're walking out of a house. It looks like it's in episode 3 of Star Wars. Same thing with when they're in the Upside Down. It's like the sky is dark, but they're lit like they're in a room. And it just doesn't match. It was really poorly done. I was kind of pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, I hated that bit, dude. I was so pissed because I hate that character. So why are you going to bring back the one thing that everybody hated in Stranger Things? Oh, we're gonna flesh it out because we want to tell her story. Fuck her. Nobody cares about her. She should have died like Barb.
Well, yeah, but it's also the same thing they had with the Doctor or Papa's character. They did the same thing with that, where like you thought after the first season he was dead. He gets mentioned in season 2, and he comes back in season 4. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I was glad he died though. Especially if it would happen.
Well, we don't know if he's dead either because he could come back. Part 2 as well.
Right.
How would you feel if everybody comes back at the end, like even Barb?
Here's my theory. Vecna is going to fuck with everybody, and Vecna is going to start bringing people back like that to fuck with everybody, and it's going to be like memories or some bullshit. But we're going to see Barb again. We're going to see Eddie again. We're going to see a lot of people again. I did love Paul Reiser's arc throughout like season 2 through 4. He was entertaining. I love that guy. He did really fucking good.
He's a good actor.
He's a good, like, wonderful actor. Him and Hop interacting, you know, everything he had to do to make sure everything was going well and doing better was great. He was awesome. You know, loved his whole, like, you know, secret scientist, you know, arc was wonderful. I wish they would bring him back. I know we have Linda Hamilton in this season.
She's barely like a thing though, man. She just shows up. She shows up to get punched, and then just she's out of the scene.
Yeah, she's there. She's like the military hard ass. She's like she's almost like Martin Brenner. Like she's the new Martin Brenner in this season. So
I don't know how I feel about her though. Like
yeah.
I don't want to be overly negative or sound like I'm complaining, but I don't think Linda Hamilton is like a good part of the show, man. Like honestly,
I mean, I feel like they brought her in for like, you know, be like to get more people to watch, like that kind of thing.
I mean, it's working, but again, I haven't looked up any numbers because I haven't seen people talking about this, man. It's weird. Usually there's some kind of discussion, but
I've been seeing a bunch of negative stuff, a bunch of negative videos all over the internet so far.
Oh, really? Like, what are some of the comments?
They don't like Robin's character, the way she's become, you know, like talkative, but like somebody explained it made sense. I am really happy that Murray's back. I fucking love Murray. Murray is hilarious, and I'm glad that he's back.
Is it wrong I'm waiting for him to die?
A little bit, yeah, because like he's one, like Hop's gonna die. Hop is 100% gonna die.
The only reason I want Murray to die is because I interacted with him in California, and it's not a good experience. So
really, was he an asshole?
He was weird. I'll tell you off air.
Okay, he was just weird. Okay, all right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it's just a personal reason.
Well, no, because like I've seen him in interviews. He seems like he's a weirdo.
He's one of those people. He's like, oh, I'm famous now. That kind of guy.
Oh, okay. You're famous for a kids show, buddy. Calm down.
Is Stranger Things actually a kids show though? I know.
Well,
kids like it. I think kids co-opted it.
That's true, but like you are the comic relief of the show. Like you were the funny guy. That's what you are. I mean, he had a whole karate thing in season 4 where he's on a plane to Russia and he has like use his like children's karate skills to like take out a drunk Russian pilot.
I loved it. I thought it was hilarious.
No, it is hilarious. But like I said, he's the comic relief. Like he's the eccentric uncle of the group.
Yeah. The adult characters are fine. Like, I don't think, for as much as I joke about the kids looking like they're 82 years old, Winona Ryder looks the same from season 1 to 5. Like, she looked like it's like this. She was noticeably older from her other movies in Stranger Things, but it's like she froze in time. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Well,
I like Winona Ryder.
Yeah, Karen Wheeler is another one who's like just frozen in time and looked hot ever.
That lady's a milf. Oh my god! When she was messing around with what's his face, Billy, I was like, dude, you are so lucky. I get it, you can, whatever. But I'm like, yeah, milfs.
She did. I mean, and also her taking on the Demogorgon in this season was just like it was like she gave it her all. It was awesome.
I was happy to see the parents actually do something because I thought
that's true.
Were so passive. And now it's like, oh, they will die for their kids. Okay, fine, I respect them.
Well, I'm still waiting for something to happen to Ted Wheeler and seeing what happens with him. Like, I'm convinced Ted Wheeler's a Russian spy. Like, he is KGB through and through, 100%.
He looks it. He's got the glasses and the haircut.
That's true. Did you hear? I heard a rumor that apparently the sister Nancy Wheeler is going to get her own spinoff.
She looks old as shit too, but no, I don't want to watch any spinoffs because that's where this show's falling apart if it's going to go in that direction. Stranger Things is not actually, let's take Stranger Things back. These things are popular because they're popular, and modern day entertainment wants to sit and milk it. It's like Jaws. If you made, we're going to follow Brody's life, it's a prequel to Jaws. Who gives a shit? It's a movie about a shark. Like, we're going to learn about the world before the shark. No, you don't. Amity was run poorly. The mob's kind of invested into the government. That's all you need to know. It's in the movie. Stranger Things, there's no... People like, but Jeff, what about the upside down of this? We got everything we need out of the season. And that shit better be concluded at the end of this year or whenever it ends, New Year's Day.
Yeah. And apparently I think New Year's Day, the episode is also going to be in theaters as well, like, too. So, like 350 theaters.
Are you going?
Next month. I don't know because I may have something else that I have
Kendo's
to go
going?
to. Kendo's not going. Kendo's not
Oh,
going.
he's giving it a thumbs down.
Yeah. No, but if the thing that I have already scheduled doesn't happen, then yeah, I'll go. But if not, then like I'll watch it later for sure. But yeah, I don't know. This season, like they're revisiting a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense, and they're treating the audience like idiots, and I don't like it.
It's the streaming show problem.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. But it's one of those things where it's like I hate when they do this, where like this, and this is why like in like whenever streaming services would do this thing where they would have like 8 to 10 episodes for a season, I was for it. But now I'm against it because we have to wait so fucking long for the other season.
Yeah, I like the traditional TV model, 22, whatever the amount of episodes.
20 to 22 to 24 episodes.
Summer and spring off. Show comes back in the fall, ends in the like early spring. You're like, oh man, I can't wait till the fall. And it just kept you thinking about this. It's been 9 years for 5 seasons, and you're just like, oh, I really got to rack my brain. Season 3, oh yeah, they stole a convertible and they got a slushie at the gas station. Like random shit happens, and you're just like, oh, okay. I kind of just find myself going, oh, okay, and just going along on the journey. Like, all right, Netflix, I paid my streaming price. Just show me the show, and so I can get out of it. Get over with it.
9 to 10. I disagree with the 22 thing. That's when that was what hurt television. Was 22 episodes. Splitting it up like the early Netflix, the Amazon way. 9, 10 episodes. That's a season. Shit happens. It's the perfect length. Don't do too much. The old TV model, you got to fucking hang in there for 20 some episodes, and then storylines get stretched out. That's what killed a lot of good shows and hurt some shows that had to come back from that, because you got to have 22, hour long episodes, filler episodes of, oh, well, this is why them and their dad don't talk. I don't give a fuck about that. Show me the good stuff. Keep it 10 episodes. Boom, let's get the hell out of here.
Well, okay. There was, and I'm going to say this. I think there's one show in particular that killed that model because of the extended shows, and it's called The Walking Dead. And here's why. And everybody who's watched the show can tell me, how fucking wrong I am, but I know I'm right. It's fine. They would do the extreme stuff in the first episode, the extreme stuff in the middle season episode, and the extreme stuff at the end episode. Or maybe it was like, whenever they would split them up into 2 parts per season, it was like beginning, like first episode, great, middle episode on the cliffhanger, great, picking up on the cliffhanger, great, and then last episode, great. So that 4 episodes per season that were actually good. Everything else was filler.
Because it was 10 to 12 other episodes, right?
Yeah, I think it was like 12. Yeah, it was like 12 episodes, and it was. Yeah, that's how it was. Because I remember that being a thing, and it was constant across social media because you could hear people groan when we got to the filler episodes. And whenever we got to the good ones that were like the mid-season cliffhanger and then the mid-season pickup, everyone was real happy because those are good, and then everything else was shit. And I think that show really killed that extended format of like 20 episodes and things like that because they bought too much goodwill with people, and it fucked everybody over, and they no longer liked it, and they wanted the shorter seasons. But because of the bad writing and the way that show was run, we've got shorter seasons now, but we have to wait like a year and a half to 2 years per season, and I don't think anybody wants it anymore. Like, we're really tired of that shit. We want them, like we want like a 6 to 9 month break, and then we want the show back. Like, we can't have this shit anymore. Like 2 years between seasons. I can't do that.
And because the economics of these things are all tied together with cost and this and that, why couldn't like a show just treat itself as like mini movie in movies, where I don't mean like, oh, we do a movie, whatever. It's like, instead of doing all these 1 hour or all these 40-minute episodes, why don't they just create like 6 hours of just like a movie where you get so much story in each one? And I mean 2 hours each, not 6 hour episode, instead of trying to like stretch it out, because people already pay for the streaming service. And I understand that some people cancel, and they're going to release stuff, so you have to pay for 2 cycles. But if you're going to milk me financially, at least make me feel good. Like, don't go in dry. That's how I feel about so much of this entertainment. Like, honestly, not to get on the Apple box too crazy, but like overall, like just bigger companies in general, just feels like you get so much less now, and they're just like, fuck you, accept it. And I'm like,
yeah. No, you're right. You're right. It is very much fuck you, accept it, and it's terrible. It really is. Yeah, I'm not with it because I mean even the last episode for season 4 was like 2.5 hours. It was like a fucking movie. Even these episodes now for this season are like an hour plus, like they're a movie. But
That's
I'm with
what they're doing.
Yeah, but I'm with you, Jeff. I think they need to be like 55 max or 45 max to be an actual show. I mean, I know we don't have commercials, but they need to be shorter so that they can actually make them properly and not be these weird times and stuff.
I watched a streaming show yesterday called Murderbot. It was on Apple TV. You guys heard
I've heard about that. Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
That show kicks ass. Like, that is a show that was so funny. I watched it over at a friend's house that, like, I'm considering getting Apple Plus just to watch this show. Like, that was what I'm getting at is when you are doing a streaming show, you don't have to put filler in. You can give all meat because there's no model of this or that. Like, you can give us a good product. I hate meandering shit. Like Welcome to Dairy.
The middle ground. I think that's perfectly the thing, right? The fucking thing that you just said. The middle ground of do what Netflix is doing with Stranger Things, where it's like, between an hour and 2 hours, but make it all be important shit. Like, don't spend time retelling shit. Don't put it like filler episodes in the streaming world is obsolete. It's a sign of the past. Like, you don't need filler episodes. That's why I love Fallout. And even, up until, we got to start this season, up until an extent, Stranger Things, where there wasn't a lot of filler when it was good, So I think that's, you hit it right on the fucking target zone, man. Like, you got to find that sweet zone. Because, I think this way that Netflix is doing this season of Stranger Things, I think that's how the future of these streaming shows are going to be. They're going to be an hour to 2 hours long, and it's going to be however many episodes. They just got to figure out the release schedule is my thing.
Yeah, because appointment television was convenient because you're like, oh man, it's Thursday night at 8:00. I got to watch SmackDown, or it's Tuesday. That's
no, you don't. You're supposed to be here listening to this show.
Well, that's true. I'm talking like my TV schedule, Kendo. But yeah, folks, you should always be here on a Thursday night at 8:35 Eastern Standard Time for the epitome of pop culture. It's been a fun show tonight, folks, and we're not done yet. But Dion, I do wish release schedules would be more convenient for the user. And also, too, I hate when I get it that you're doing a big global rollout, but I hate when a show drops at like 3 a.m. and you're just like, oh, man.
Fucking hate that shit, dude. Fucking hate that shit. Oh, my God.
Especially for
bother
us.
Me. That's midnight.
Hey, believe me, I used to live in that time zone. It was great. It was like, oh, man, WrestleMania is over at 8:00.
The new season of King of the Hill came out, and everyone's pissing him on. It comes out at midnight. I'm like, it comes on at 9:00. Guess what I'm going to do before I go to bed?
Hater to the West Coast pisses me off. You guys don't deserve it. I'd say until 11 o'clock to watch an MSU game, and that's fucking bullshit. And so
no, I'll give you the flip side to that, Dion. Here's the flip side. And you're going to understand it. That's not. Is it great that football comes on at like 9:00 in the morning, like on Saturday when Texas Tech takes on the Mormons to win the Big 12 title game? Yeah, that's kind of cool to be able to, wake and bake with some sports or something like that. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, the problem is all that primetime shit comes on at like 5:30 in the evening. So by the time it gets like 8 or 8:30, sports is over for the day pretty much. And you're just like, shit, what am I going to do for the next hour and a half with this buzz? And that's it. That's the part that sucks. Although they will occasionally show you stuff that starts out here at 7 o'clock or 8:00 at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. So then it works out, but that's not always the case. Usually that happens. You get like San Diego State versus like, Oregon A&M. And it's like, I don't want to fucking watch that. God damn it. I'm watching that, aren't I? Because that's all it's on right now. So
Oregon A&M is my favorite school, man.
That's the evil flip side to that whole, but we get shit earlier, but we also stuff ends earlier. And it's like,
but we're
maybe that's why they do it.
By 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'm winding the fuck down on a Friday, Saturday. I can't do this up till 2 a.m. bullshit. I watch sports, I watch wrestling, I watch random bullshit. And if it starts at 10 o'clock, if it starts at 10:30, I'm like, oh my God, you're forcing me to be up till 2:33, and it's just can't. No,
take it a little bit easier with the California shots. Don't crossfade yourself so hard at like 9 o'clock. You gotta learn to pace yourself.
That is good advice. I would like to remember the Royal Rumble from 2025, but I don't. So should have paced myself.
It's too late. it's too late. Don't get me wrong. And you know,
Too
that's
late,
what,
too
listen,
late.
I'm in Big Ten country. Y'all got USC and Washington and UCLA. Live with that. You know, I live in the Midwest. When my show drops, I want to watch that shit right away. Dropping it at midnight, like, God, like, come on, it's Wednesday. What the fuck?
Well, then you need to dial up the college football people at NCAA and be like, listen here, stop it with this bullshit about these teams from the California West Coast being able to come to the Midwest and being in the Big Ten. No, regional conferences all the way. And, you know, fight that battle to no extent. They won't listen to you or anybody else for that matter. They'll be like, fuck you, we want money.
Listen, if Dion were to get on a video call with them, they'd listen really quickly. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I have my video call voice and everything. That shit. My team's voice is on point.
I'm just glad that we're all in agreement with streaming kind of being an inconvenience. And I'm really glad that people in general are just like, I don't like this experiment, the way we've treated entertainment consumption. It's not about politics or anything like that. It's like, it's just straight up bad for us in terms of like convenience, not it's evil or anything like that. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but it sucks too. Cause I find myself with so many choices too, that I don't even use these streaming services. Like I'm working on a video, why I'm downgrading my shit. I don't want to, it's not even a money thing. It's a value thing. I feel like I'm getting ripped off paying $20 a month. Like Peacock is supposed to lose the WWE network connection. The day that happens is the day I cancel Peacock. I will bring it back for Twisted Metal, and that's it. There's nothing on that platform.
Yeah, same, dude. No, same. Yeah, no, I'm with you because, like, yeah, I even unfortunately I got Netflix this month, only this month for Stranger Things, so I can watch it and like not have to, you know, try to acquire it by other means or whatever because I didn't want to like try doing that. So
I'm glad you'll pay it. Welcome to Dairy. That's what you say to it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You
Same
sending
here.
me a copy of that, even though I got HBO Max for the Colored Friday special of $2.99 a month. I was like, sweet, I will pay $3 to watch this with ads because what? Oh, I'm sorry, African American Friday. Thank you for keeping me straight on that one, buddy.
He's a good kid. He's been taught well.
Yeah, he has. I killed Nick. But yeah, I will pay $3 a month for HBO Max because the wife watches the HGTV shit. I watched Welcome to Dairy. I also watched It Part 1 and 2 again last weekend. And I will also watch Food Network shit too because I like to see Bobby Flay kick people's asses and all that good stuff. So
yeah,
there's that. But the only thing I got to say about Stranger Things season 5, because I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it since season 3. The only clip I've seen of anything from Stranger Things season 5 looks like it's a great show, although I believe the soundtrack that they used in that clip was not what was probably in the episode, but still, I think I might want to go back and watch it. And 2, my prediction for how this will end is they will kill Vector and the downside up and all that good shit, and it will magically morph Hawkins back to the way it was before the upside down thing happened, and like everybody will be back to life and it'll be all happy and gay.
There was I heard somebody's terrible theory about it, like, you know, it'll end and then it'll like move, it'll like zoom out to all the kids, like the kids back to the first season where they were just playing a D&D game. It's just all going to be one big D&D game. That's going to be it. It's just going to zoom out to that.
Oh, dude, that would be perfect. That would be the fucking snow globe thing from St. Elsewhere. I want that.
Yep.
I want that too because
yeah.
At this point,
but you know how many people would be upset?
I want the
so many.
Exactly. That's why I want it. The chaos. I want all these people that have like shamelessly spent millions of dollars on the merchandise and the show and everything like that. They get a swift punch to the dick. Just be like, ha, ha, ha. This is how we ended the show because we don't know how to fucking end a show. We should have ended it a couple seasons ago. We should have done things differently. The waffle chick shouldn't have come back after the first one. The kids should have had to come up with a new, you know, Deus Ex Machina to fight the Demogorgon.
Yeah. Dallas ran for 5 more seasons after it was all a dream. I say, fuck it. Let's do it. Pull the pin on this baby.
Good callback, dude.
Dion is advocating for another 5 seasons of Stranger Things. Who's with him?
Jesus Christ, no. What are these kids going to navigate college in the 90s and then they're going to be 45 when they do the another
You
5
guys
seasons?
know my rule. You guys know my rule. Anything's possible as long as it's good.
Season
That's
10
fair.
would come out in probably
It's
the year
expensive.
2086.
Listen, it's going to be
It's
Stranger Things.
expensive.
If they come out with Stranger Things the college years, I'm going to laugh my ass off. And
You
this
don't
kid's
call
going to
it the college years. Just have
No,
them
you
get
do.
older and pay them to show up and make sure you write a good show. You got to remember, the issue isn't that they get older and they grow out of it. Is if you don't adapt the show, but they're getting older and the show gets popular, the studios have to pay them. This has always been about them not wanting to pay actors long term.
Did you
and
see
wanna
what they
share.
get?
No,
They were all locked into like 5-year deals. Millie Bobby Brown makes the least of all of them.
Yep.
Really?
Yes, you think she's the star of the show? Winona Ryder and what's his face, Hopper, they make the most. Then it's Finn Wolfhard, Will, and somebody else. And then it's like she's like 86. Like they're all like 125 an episode. She's like 86 grand, and the other ones are like No, it's like 685 an episode, and she's like 285 an episode. It's like a big discrepancy. I don't know what it is.
Maybe she's got like
Well, she's apparently
passionate
become
customers.
very, because she married Bon Jovi's kid, so she's trying to get in there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worth no under 100 grand, motherfucker.
Well, that's why. Okay, that explains why she was doing like a lot of Netflix movies in between the Stranger Things because she was trying to get that extra money.
Yep.
And those other Netflix movies weren't that good.
The Enola Holmes. Oh my god.
I won't watch. I won't watch anything these kids are in unless it was it. And that's he got into that one. But
okay, well, I will say this. Max or Sadie Sink, she was in Whale with Brendan Fraser. That was good. She did really good in that.
I feel like she's going to be a bigger deal after this show.
Yeah.
Like Dion said, the rumor is she's going to be in the X-Men, and then she's in other shit that's like respectable.
Yeah.
Dude, I say though, and this isn't a spoiler for anybody watching, when she's there and you can see that they've CGI'd this part of her face to make her eyes look, it's weird, Dion. Like what they do is they CGI parts of their face to de-age
they do.
them.
Yeah,
and
they
like,
do.
so they don't light it right. So what it is like she's talking to somebody and she's supposed to be in shadow, but her like eyes, and not just her eyes are glowing, it's like her her sockets, with the orbital sockets here and like part of her nose and shit, and it moves weird. It moves kind of like Yoda from episode 3. It's just unsettling.
They use
Uncanny Valley bed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All of it is.
Well, because like they were using AI to de-age them because they got old. Because the show took forever to make.
Time period that changes Netflix. Like that pisses me off. Just write it into the thing. Whatever the reason.
Dion,
you have to euthanize people that are like 20 years old to make them look 15 because it took you forever to make the show. And spoiler alert, people change an awful lot between the ages of 12 and 20.
Yep.
Yeah.
I used to be white.
What?
Anyway.
No fucking way.
I think I broke Dion.
That was really good. Oh fuck. Oh. That's my boy. That's my boy right there.
That reminds me of Naked Gun 3. I used to be white.
Yeah, we got that button.
Oh gosh. But I will say this. I look forward more to Derry than I do Stranger Things.
Really?
Yeah. Because like I'm really digging Derry. This last episode was kind of a filler. It was fine. You're learning a little bit more about the kids and what they're doing. And I like the thing with them is like they're like during this episode that came out this week, like they just walk into the fucking jazz club on base or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah. I still need to get episode 5 and 6 for me. I'm so behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that a bit odd as well too, that they were able to go into the black spot, which is specifically for the black airmen personnel and everything, and these little white kids are, well, Ricky Ricardo's in there too, and the little white kids and him go wandering into that jazz club, and everybody seems to be totally cool with it. They're like, oh shit, yeah, those are, well, I mean, the one, Hanlon could get in because he fits the archetype of what's supposed to be going on in the jazz club, but they just go wandering in, and nobody seems to notice that, one, there's children in this jazz club, and two, a couple of them that kind of stick out really obviously that they're in this jazz club. So it's like that part was a little odd, but
yeah,
then the spiked drinks part kind of threw me for a loop there. I'm like, come on, dude, they're kids.
Same. That was a little weird. I'm like, why would you do that? That's weird.
Yeah,
that's strange.
I enjoy it. Welcome to Derry is a lot more balls to the wall, but again, not to be too redundant, it falls into the trap of like, for me, it is the story of the Losers Club beating Pennywise. That's it. I don't care about how, and then I know in the story they open the book and Pennywise is walking around in the pictures and you learn the story of Derry. Like, I get that. But I'm emotionally invested in those characters battling the clown. I'm not interested in learning how we can make a Stephen King universe on HBO Max. Like this, to me, that doesn't feel like a show. It just feels like, hey, remember Dick Halloran? Hey, remember this? Hey, remember that? And we tied it all together. And I went, that's not brilliant because that's the shit that's been going on for decades. I mean, Universal Monsters did it first, then Kevin Smith, then Marvel. Like
Universal Monsters has tried to bring back the Universal Monsters again for the past 20 years, and they just fucking can't.
No, what I mean is the Universal Monsters are the first shared universe.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because
and they share that universe with Abbott and Costello.
I'm glad they do because they're great.
Yeah,
I agree with him too.
That's canon.
All right, Kendo, gun to your head. Abbott and Costello or the Stooges? Who wins?
Oh.
Damn. I think I broke him.
No, because Abbott and Costello is great, but because the Stooges were there first, and I have absolutely no problem with sitting down and watching the Stooges, especially now that this one wants to watch what he calls the funnies, and every time somebody gets hit with a pie in the face, he goes, "Daddy, look!" And he smacks himself in the face. I'm going to go with the Stooges. I will always be in on the Stooges, except for the Joe Besser era, which isn't that great. But hey,
Curly Joe.
I'm good with Mo, Larry, and Curly. Curly Joe's okay. They're just older. It's just that those are the movie eras and the cartoon era, and it's old Mo and Larry still working because they want to and they enjoy what they do and everything like that. But yeah, Mo, Larry, Curly, I'll watch that anytime. Mo, Larry, and Shemp, I'm good with that too because I do appreciate Shemp. And yeah, give me the Stooges. Stooges over Abbott Costello because I could watch a Stooges short in 17 minutes and then not have to spend 2 hours watching an Abbott Costello, even though those are great.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He's such a weird looking person.
He is. I will say this.
When he was younger, he had no teeth. As he's older, he still has no teeth.
It's hilarious. I did watch
Circle of Dental Life.
Oh my god, I did watch their Hot Ones episode, which was hilarious. Like it's just them being like friends together and just talking about weird shit. It was so funny. Yeah, it was so goddamn funny.
I could. That's why I get why Netflix kept held on, right? Because they had that chemistry. That's what made those early seasons hit so damn good.
Mm-hmm.
And even the people that they would cast would fit into that. Do obviously, Hellfire Club thing, and when the other motherfucker was using Eleven's brother, that he and he's a weird dude in real life, the Catholic, whatever his name is, they have chemistry, so I'm at least glad that Netflix paid them to come back. You know what I mean? So I get it, man. Their Hot Ones from season 3 was equally as good.
Okay. Yeah, because I just watched the recent one last night, and like they were giving each other shit. It was so funny. And and it wasn't even normal. Like they either had to answer the question or they had to eat a death wing. So as soon as they didn't answer a question or wanted to eat the death wing, they were already like out because the wing had the hottest sauce on it already. Like they were fucked immediately. So they were all suffering as they were going through this. It was hilarious.
I need to watch that because I haven't sat down to watch it.
That one where they were trying to verse each other and like try to answer the question, and they, if they didn't want to answer the question, they lost they fucked up. They'd eat the wing. Is hilarious because like it's got the hottest sauce at the end of at the end of Hot Ones on it already. So as soon as you bite into it, you're fucked.
Damn,
it was funny.
I gotta
it was
get
good.
some of that. They sell some of those hot sauces up here. I gotta get some of those.
Don't eat the Pringles though. The Hot Ones branded Pringles. Those things sucked. We brought those to the con. Remember, Nick?
Yeah, they weren't that good. They weren't that good. Yeah.
Damn.
No, they weren't that good. I was disappointed, but also like they're Pringles. They're not even like potato chips. They're just like potato. They're like potato snacks.
Potato crisps.
Potato crisps. Yeah, they're like they're just pressed potato snacks.
Do you remember Tarangos? They were Pringles but tortilla chips.
I do not remember Tarangos.
Those were really good. I miss those.
Yeah. Back,
Up
yeah.
there with those pizzeria chips from
Jesus
the
Christ.
Keebler Elves. Oh man, that was my favorite snack in the early '90s. Give
Those
me a bag
pizza-
of those and Power Rangers.
God.
Oh,
Those pizzeria chips were like that pizza dust they had on all of them. It was just standard across the board for every chip, and it
Still
tasted
taste it.
so fucking good.
it was like cheesy and tangy at the same time.
So good. So good.
I'm sure we were eating chemicals from like a
sure we
urinary tract gland of the beaver or something.
That's
but
why we
hey,
can take a punch, our generation. God damn it!
Yeah, that's why we could drink from the hose and not have a problem.
Yeah,
yeah, we were exposed to all the bacteria.
We were.
built
We were.
immunity.
we grew up as weapon next. Damn it!
But the sad thing is some millennials became like crunchy parents or almond parents, or whatever the hell you want to call them, and they're like
Granola parents.
granola parents. That's what it is. Yeah, and then they just like would like saran wrap or bubble wrap their kids before they left the house. So
I'm gonna handle it the way I was handled. If reasonable, but like you experience life and you learn. It's like I could ride my bike outside. It wasn't a big deal. I came home. I'm not I wasn't kidnapped.
All my thing is, you just gotta tell them, hey, it's a possibility you get kidnapped. That's why you go to Crive in the morning. So just in case you got to defend yourself and Dad's not there, you bang, 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 and take off running. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, no one could take Devin. That kid's almost as tall as you are. He'll just be like, no.
Yeah.
He'll just look at him and say, no. Like, get in the van. No. Oh, okay. I ain't gonna fuck around. He'll punch me in the face.
Good, yeah, he'll be all right. That
yeah, people. I'm sure there was some kidnappers looking at Jeff and it's like, he's 10. Fuck it, I ain't doing this.
No, man.
Why does he have a mustache?
Hey, I can't even grow a mustache at 37. So I didn't have one at 10. So I don't have a
Why
beard
does he pays taxes? I ain't fucking kidnapping him.
Oh, he will crush me. Why has he got a Spider-Man figure in his pocket? He looks like an old dude. I escaped from a home like Michael Myers.
Oh, God.
Anything else you guys want to say about Stranger Things? We have some more topics to cover tonight. All I'll say is what they did with Will at the end of the episode, I kind of rolled my eyes and went, okay, well, this is no longer the 11 show. This is the Will show. And it's all an allegory for him coming out of the closet. And I was just like, can we get past this part really quickly so I can fight Becky? I don't care about
I mean,
his gayness.
I kind of knew they were going to do that because they're trying to go balls to the wall this last season and try to like expose everything, explain everything, and figure out why it's all happening and things like that. So they're just trying to do all that stuff. And for Will to get powers and things like that, yeah, like it was going to happen. Either it was going to happen now or like at the 11th hour when like 11 was dying and Vecna was like trying to kill her or some shit. Will would just all of a sudden gain powers and take him out or something. I knew that was going to happen. But I don't know. Like this first part was like, damn, you guys went through a lot of stuff real quick, and well, even like the dialogue dump of Hopper being like, I was in Vietnam. It's like we know this. We heard about this in previous seasons. There's you did a whole speech of this when you were in the Gulag in Russia in the cold. Like we know you were in Vietnam. No need to like rehash this.
But Nick,
like,
it's not like people can't just press previous season and watch.
It's like that's the thing I hate about these streaming shows is like whenever they take 2 years to fucking come up with a second season, they act like you have no access to the previous season or the previous episodes, and you're not going to go watch them to refresh yourself to like figure it out.
Yeah,
like I hate that so much.
It adds the redundancy, kind of like when we talk about the Amazon movies being built differently.
Yeah,
like it just dumbs you down. It's just stupid.
Yeah, because like because there's a part where like Hopper got shot and he's 11's like patching him up and he's like, I was in the war. It's like we know you've subtly mentioned it every time, and you had a big dialogue dump in season 4 when you were in the Google log. Like we know, like you were sprayed with Agent Orange. You took a shower in it. We got it. Thanks.
He was singing.
Moving on.
Well, it's the same thing with the video game stuff. Like at this point, whenever GTA 6 comes out, they're gonna have that whole fucking tutorial thing for the first hour of the game of learning how to play the game, because they assume anybody that's playing the game is just some fucking Nimrod that's never played any of the previous games before.
Well, I mean, okay, that's on people who play games now, because like they all say, oh, it's too hard. I don't get it. I didn't understand. It's like there's a tutorial for these things, and like we've played shit that's 10 times harder than this. Come on now.
Video game developers, if you're watching the show, and you probably aren't, but you should be. Whenever you put out a game now, always have the tutorial option or the I'm not a fucking idiot option. if you're like, I've played games like this before, I don't need to go through the tutorial. That'd be great for every game. I don't care if it's a brand new game that's never been in that type of area before. I don't need a fucking tutorial. Just
I agree.
let me go.
Yeah, give me the button layout and then like move on.
I wish it could be really easy to program this. If you have a save file from like the previous game in the franchise, it's like, oh, you're playing Red Dead 2, but you played not Red Dead. Let's use a different example. WWE. It's like, do you want to learn how to play it? No, I'm good. Look at my save file of every achievement point. It should just know. It's like, oh, Jeff knows how to play this shit. I hate it. It's so we're getting to a point where it's like, I get it. You want to bring in new people to entertainment or video games or anything like that, but there has to be a level of like competency as a human being, because in the quest for more money, it's like beyond the lowest common denominator. It's like you trip over the fucking bar because it's at your ankle type of levels, and that's what pisses me off with anything. I don't need it to be inaccessible and you need to read the fucking Bible on this franchise and know the history and lore, but like just do it like they used to, where like you have a big inciting incident, you build up the story, and you blow us away with a finale. Everything is just a meander to milk your money. Like comic books, movies, everything, games. You don't, oh, we'll just stream them forever. I hate entertainment in 2025, man. That's what the worst of the year is, all entertainment, even though movies got better.
Yeah, they did get a little bit better for sure.
I saw more good than bad ones.
That's true. I mean, at this point with GTA 6, Elon Musk is going to like make his own moon colony with his sex robots before we get GTA 6.
I don't even want it. Like if GTA 6 was just like a dream or a myth, I don't.
What are they?
Care.
What's that term for it? Vaporware? Yeah, let's make it vaporware.
Well, it's got a V in it, so VI. But and it's not even me being the agent of chaos I like to be on the show sometimes. It's just straight up, what is going to be new? I can go to Florida. I could go to Vice City in the past. But, Jeff, you're going to be able to go to the swamps. Okay. So? But you're going to be able to shoot people. Okay, like in the other ones. But you're going to be able to drive a car and drive a boat and drive a helicopter and an airplane like in the other ones. Like, it's the same game, different map. And the fact that it took 13 years, they just milked the DLC for 13 years by the time it comes out. I mean, there's a bigger map. Are we going to be able to go in the buildings? I don't care, man.
I'm going to be happy when this game flops. I really am. It's going to be.
I don't think it can.
Really?
Yeah.
GTA is too big
avatar of video games, baby.
Thank
so
you.
many people are going to run out to buy that game.
I got you. I knew what you were saying.
To be able to say, look, I've got GTA 6. It won't sell more units than the Nintendo Switch did when it first did. Was it the Switch or the Wii that sold 1 billion units in its first launch or whatever it was?
The Wii was the one that was the big
success. It was the Wii that was a billion.
Yeah, so I don't think it'll sell 1 billion copies like the Wii did in its launch weekend, but
Well, Grand Theft Auto holds the highest record for the highest grossing entertainment property in a weekend ever in a short period of time. It made $1 billion in like 3 days.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
you can't sell the Wii.
It did. 5 is the highest grossing entertainment product ever.
Yep.
Like more than any movie you can think of, any sports team, anything ever. GTA 5 is just a fucking money machine. They cracked the code, and that's why they milked it for 13 years. I would love if Rockstar was a little altruistic and was like, hey, $69 price tag, because get it, 69 Grand Theft Auto, and then maybe not make DL or maybe not make online only about shark cards, make it kind of fun, because GTA Online is not fun. Yeah. I was so pumped, dude, when that trailer dropped. I was like, and they showed that airplane flying in front of the guy's window, and you see all the people in his apartment. You're like, and then it's online. I'm like, that looks great. I can't wait to play it. And then it didn't come out right away. And then, or it was Red Dead that didn't come out right away. One of the Rockstar games didn't have the multiplayer right away. And then I was like, oh, I'll try it out. And I played it, and I was just, oh, okay. I was kind of underwhelmed. It's the same fucking map. It's the same thing. So, but it'll be the biggest thing ever. Like, you can quote us. GTA 6 makes $1 trillion. WorldClass Bullshitters.
yeah, that's just gonna happen. It is. They've cracked that particular code. Especially with it now, they're Rockstar. Rockstar is a $100 million company now, man. They figured it out with that format and with that engine, and they know that it is generational now.
Yeah.
Shit. Especially when, they got sued by Lindsay Lohan. They said, bitch, you ain't up on our level. You know, it is the avatar of gaming. You know, they just
Speaking of which, Avatar's coming out this month, so we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
Oh, dude, I forgot that was coming out.
that.
I don't think. Okay, let's play this game for Avatar. Do you think the new Avatar is going to make the billions of dollars like the previous two? Because for years we swore that the second one wasn't going to hit, but I don't think people are paying attention this way or this time. Plus, it's only been 3 years.
It's gonna be I don't know what it is. I don't get it.
I don't. Yeah, because it has no cultural significance at all. It really doesn't. But for some reason, people like just will go out in droves and watch it on IMAX and just be like, "Wow, this is great." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine."
Yeah,
whatever.
And they love the story, and they love Sam Worthington, and I don't know what
Sam Worthington.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
It's the only thing. It's the only thing the only thing he's doing for the rest of his life is making like eight avatars because they all pay for his houses. That's it.
Listen, and I ain't mad at him. You know what I'm saying? He found his thing. They tried to make him like an action star in movies that weren't that good. I'm like, hey man, you're Sam Worthington now. Carry this movie, and he was like, I can't. And then we were given Wrath of the Titans. But yeah, he is. They know that they can call him from his house. He'll fly in. Him and James Cameron and Saldana and I guess the old dude is back now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? So.
Steven, what's his face?
Yeah,
Lang.
Yeah. So. Stephen Lang is back.
The only thing I can guarantee about Avatar 2 is that I won't go see it. That's it.
Yeah, 3. I'm not going to watch it.
Or 3.
But other people will. It'll make $1 billion.
Well, that's the thing. That'll tie into what we're talking about next about Zootopia. Zootopia's made $600 million over a weekend. It's broken all kinds of records.
Fuck?
You didn't hear about that? Zootopia 2
Yeah.
has become a major box office force. It earned over $600 million in its first week and is posting to be the biggest opening for an animated film ever. It surpassed Superman in 7 days, with the strongest results coming from China, where it made more than $270 million in 5 days alone. Analysts point to long-term fan interest, steady merchandising, and effective localization as the key drivers, showing that animated films can still deliver huge global numbers when a franchise is maintained well.
Ooh.
Interesting talking point.
I'm giving them an asterisk because the movie came out in China as well, and that's
Well,
are you suggesting the Chinese don't actually watch movies?
Either they don't or they're forced to at gunpoint. It's one or the other.
But they're watching the movie then.
Sure.
I mean, either way, they're still watching the movie. So
by definition, yes.
Not shortchange them.
So many people have tried to convince me to watch Zootopia. You're like, it's deeper than you realize. It's this, it's that.
I don't want to watch a deep animated movie. I'm sorry. I would want to watch something Toy Story.
We went and saw it too, and it's pretty good. Now, and I haven't seen one. They all seen one. I've watched clips of it. I get it. It's the clips I've watched is good. 2 is pretty good. My issue with these movies is things just happen because they happen, but then they know that kids are watching it, and they just make it good enough. And it does get serious, and it's $600 million is crazy, but it's like it's an okay movie. Disney got away with an okay movie. They got my black ass at least be like, yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'll never see it because there's always a decent possibility that with these animated movies, I'll have to watch them at some point.
You could just show your kids. You could show your kid Bugs Bunny instead of the rabbit from this.
He watches that. He loves watching Roadrunner and Coyote. Yeah,
he's got good taste. He's WorldClass Junior over there.
Right.
Yeah, there's a Breaking Bad reference in Zootopia. I'm sure Zootopia's got a lot more layers and depth than I'm missing out. I'm just telling you, like, from an observer, it doesn't really look interesting to me. And I have a backlog of films that I'll watch. I just thought it was interesting that this movie made so much money, and it goes to show you that the furry community really has a big wallet that they're willing to open up.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's the Chinese are big into being furries. You don't know. They could be.
Oh yeah, I mean that's one of the reasons why Disney was going so hard at China, from all fronts, right? They love anthropomorphic shit over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just when it's certain people that are a certain skin color in Chinese markets that they don't dig. You know what I mean? But
yeah, they hate Cubans in China.
Puerto Ricans too.
What's wrong with our Latino brothers? Like, just stop hating them, China. ELE. Everybody love everybody.
Listen, man. Hey, that's you stepping on a whole landmine too. That's one reason it's tough to get into the Latin market. You dig?
To be fair, China does not have a problem with black folks as long as they're playing basketball
or rapping. I'm sure
Or
Drake
rapping.
is loved
Yep.
in China.
Yep.
Eminem, not so much. I have no backup numbers to verify that claim, so I'm just bullshitting you. So, anything else you guys really want to say? I just wanted to pull this out that seriously, like, everybody says the box office is dead, movies are dead, cinema is dead. It's not necessarily that it's dead. The money's in kids shit and family shit and stuff that's acceptable and accessible by the whole world. It's not this Western superhero, dark, grim, end of the world. Oh my God, here comes Thanos and Apocalypse type of shit anymore. It's bright, colorful, saccharine crap that's going to get everybody to open their wallets. Furries.
Well, and the thing is that kid stuff and family things, you're hitting a wider audience, and that's always going to like make money. That's always going to make money because you're hitting a really wide audience, and that's what they want. I mean, I think, and the niche stuff is already being covered by like 3 companies, and they're making a good amount because they don't use a lot of money to make their stuff, so it's fine. But like you said, yeah, the superhero stuff's not hitting anymore. But hopefully, with Warner Brothers, if that sale goes through, depending on who gets them, we'll see if Superman even sticks around anymore. If that universe is even going to go anywhere.
I've heard those rumors, and I hope it's not true because I had a fun time with that movie.
It was good. It was really good. It was really fun.
If I had HBO Max still, I'd probably have watched it again twice. I missed out on the African American Friday sale, and I don't really feel like I'll just get it on 4K eventually.
Warner Brothers is going to be owned by the Saudis, and Superman will still be around. What?
He doesn't like the Saudis owning Warner Brothers either. I get it, man.
I get it. I'm right there with him. However, I am looking forward to the first adventure of Saudi Man.
The S doesn't have to change at least.
And then he can still fly around, except for his cape is a carpet, and he can flip that over. He can ride on that like a surfer.
Jay Chandrasekhar should direct this movie. Just putting it out there.
It would be Jay Chandrasekhar and fucking Kunal Nabjabi would be the lead.
To be fair to Jay Chandrasekhar, he doesn't really know what they do in Arabia.
That old Thorny, I tell you what.
That's true. He does not. God, yeah. It'll be Superman versus Halal Man.
Halal Man, I'll watch that.
Dude, I would watch that. That's right up there. I if it was Superman fights the entire Middle East, I'm like, I think I can't not watch this movie.
Wasn't that kind of what we saw in the last one, though? It was like the Middle
Pretty
East
much.
versus some random Russian country.
Pretty much. Yeah. They just made up 2 country names and
Hey,
and everybody.
Why did Superman even get involved? Just like let them kick the living shit out of each other and just be like, the Russians versus the Middle East. I don't really care. I don't care who wins or how it happens. I want to watch the show.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I did like his excuse for doing that in the movie, where it was like he was trying to be the Boy Scout and save everybody and make sure that nobody on either side got hurt, and that's why he intervened.
People are dying.
Yeah, people are dying. That was his whole thing. Like, it was like him, and once again, I love the part where like Lois is interviewing Superman and having a political talk with him, and she's really grilling him. That was a wonderful scene because you're really.
That's when you have to pull Soups aside and be like, look, I get it. People are dying. They're going to get hurt. However, in the grand scale of things, do we really care if that's happening to it? We don't, because good and bad. Good and bad. There's the good and the bad. And let's worry about what's going on in the other hemisphere. All right, come on, Soups. Let's go. I'm sure there's a cat in a tree that you could save somewhere in Kentucky.
Well, he does save a squirrel in that movie.
Oh, that kid's excited for Superman. I love it.
He loves Superman. He likes Spider-Man a lot too.
Well,
I don't think
I guess he's getting a Spider-Man gift from me because
he likes Spider-Man a lot. I told you that about like there was this time where every time the wife was trying to take a picture of you, kept like kneeling down and wanting to do this pose, and she couldn't figure out what it was doing. And I'm like, the first time he went and did it, where he got down like that, I'm like, that's Spider-Man. He was watching Spidey and His Amazing Friends or whatever, and
oh my god,
that's what it is. I need to fix that and be like, look, the Green Goblin really isn't his friend, and they don't really go on adventures together. So let's nip that shit in the bud and be like, look, we don't
Just
care
show
about
him
Ghost Spider or Miles Morales, but let's focus on Spidey and His Amazing Friends, but when they're adults.
That's called
And they're no
Spider-Man
longer
and His
friends.
Amazing Friends. Just show him that show. It's Iceman and Firestar. Before
Yeah,
Iceman
there you
was
go.
gay, so you don't have to explain anything to your kid. Like, why is he making out with the Hulk, Dad? Don't worry. Modern day Marvel.
Whoa, that's a different show you watching.
No, that's just modern day Marvel comics. Jean Grey told Iceman, she goes, yeah, Bobby, you've always been gay. And she turns him gay in the comic books. That's not a gag. That actually happened like a decade ago.
Yeah, no, I remember.
I believe I believe that, and then they wonder why the comics don't sell and they have to reissue, like they have to redo one, and keep doing the same stories again.
You know what the worst trend in comics is now is you'll go into a comic book store and they'll reprint an old issue, like Spider-Man 248, just from random book, but it's now $6, and a regular comic's not $6, and they're just trying to resell you these books, making you think like, oh, I'll get this and then I'll get the original. Sometimes they sell these new reprints for more than the originals are worth. I'm like, why wouldn't I just go buy an original book? Like, comic book market is broken. They need to figure it out.
It's fucked up. It's fucked
Yeah,
up.
well, I mean, they thought with the movies they had it good, but then they started like introducing themes nobody wanted and the majority didn't really care for. And I mean, there was a whole thing with Captain America like washing his shield and telling in his mind saying America was crap. I'm just like, that's not how this works. Like, why are you doing this? What's going on here?
It's just they're just social media people that are trying to pop a buy rate through outrage tweets. And
You're Captain America, not Captain Un-America. Get your ass back out there and fight the Red Skull.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said on the show Tuesday night, the status quo will feel so refreshing when we get back to status quo with a lot of entertainment. You'll just be like, yep, cool. And now I'm back. So let's continue on. We have Yakase that says, sup, boys? Long time no chat. I hope all is well. Yakase, welcome back. We're happy to have you here. All is well. It's the Christmas season. We're all happy. And Stealing Solo 2 continues to roll on for another week. So we really don't have much to complain about. Plus, there's a new video out today, a new video out over the weekend, and a lot more for the rest of the year. So enjoy, man, and hopefully you hang out with us more often. We'd love to have you. The more the merrier here on the channel. That's what we always say. Johnny 718 Bravo says, I can't believe the show started 9 years ago. Yeah, man.
Dude, I remember when it came out and like it hit hard and everybody was raving about it on social media, and Jeff's like, have you watched a show? And we probably should watch a show and talk about it on the show. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll watch it. And I was like, dude, this is insane. This is great. This is awesome. And we love that first season. And
it's still the best one.
It's still good. It's still because I rewatched first season. I was like, it still hits. It still hits. The music, the cues, the whole thing was like still great.
Yeah, I could probably sit down and watch the first season over the weekend and be like, yeah, this show's great. I wonder what happened to it after the first season, because then I won't watch anymore. Although I did like the second season. Season 2 was good. 3 had good parts, minus the whole, government not noticing the Soviets building a giant fucking bunker underneath an American mall.
Well, that's because the mayor Kerry Elwes took money from the Russians to put things
Let him in. Yeah, he was on the land.
But the government was actively involved in that town.
No. Well, no. They
missed this.
Well, no, they were more like monitoring it from afar, and because I think in season 2, because of the chemical thing that happened with Barb or whatever, they shut down that facility, so they couldn't. Yeah, they didn't go back to it.
So they built it all real quick, is what you're saying. Kind of like Chernobyl. See, now that would actually be an easier way to sell it to me. The Russians just slapped this bunker together.
No, they very much
paper mache.
Yeah, no, they very much did, because they were using materials that were like melting. They basically used materials that were like that were really illegal, and they were trying to shoot a ray from Russia into the Midwest, into Hawkins, Indiana. So like, yeah.
See, now you're gonna get me to believe it, because I'm like, okay, I couldn't suspend my disbelief about that, but I can definitely believe the Russians cutting fucking corners to build said bunker.
Of course,
haphazardly,
dude,
and extremely inept.
Oh, of course they did, because that's the first time they turn on that laser to punch to the wall, the entire town goes dark because they didn't do the power correctly.
Maybe I was wrong about season 3.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, because I mean, there were signs there that there are these people in town, but everybody else kind of noticed. Even those the Russian broadcasts of the secret like phrases they were doing that the ice cream girl figured out, and nobody else.
The issue is they couldn't explain all of it being the commies well. So I see what you're saying. And it is part of the silliness of the show because, they can't figure out a way to really explain because they do a decent enough job where it's like, yeah, a lot of the guys in the government are in on it. So that's why the greater U.S. government doesn't, because Carrie L. West and the doctors and stuff, they're all, a bunch of them are Russian assets or whatever, and some of the government is, they're just looking the other way. So, and that's a poor explanation. So I understand what you're saying. That being said, the other side of it is, I just like it that it's the commies that, even though it's in Indiana, it's the commies' fault. Don't listen. The commies were here. They built this bunker, and it was commie product, so it fucking broke down. And the doctors they brought in fucking are ill-equipped and charlatans because they're all fucking commies. I like that part. That's what I like.
You know what? I like it. You know what? And that's fine. Also, the fact that the U.S. government wasn't able to pick it up because we're saying that they're kind of inept and can't do things right. I can believe that too because
there you go. There you go.
Right. You know what, folks? We've had a paradigm shift here on WorldClass Bullshitters, something you don't see very often. Where I have done, and this is the second time this has happened in a week. This first one wasn't on air; it was just talked to with those guys. That I've had a complete shift, and I've done a 180. And what?
He's surprised by your shift, Kendo.
Clearly. And I was wrong. Maybe season 3, while it was good at points, the stupidity of it wasn't so bad. And I should go back and watch season 4. Maybe that'll happen.
If you end up watching,
where it starts falling apart for sure.
It really does. But no, if you watch the entire series once it's done, I want to hear you bitch about it so bad. I really do, because I want to hear you say all the things that are wrong with it, like in a 2 or 3 minute voice note to us.
I could do that because I totally did a flip on it part 2. I used to think it kind of sucked, and then I watched it last week. I'm like, this ain't that bad. This is actually.
Oh damn it! Now I gotta watch it again.
Which one?
It part 2.
Oh yeah.
Like it really wasn't that bad. There's like the one plot hole at the end that I kind of thought about now, where they get him trapped in the meteorite fragment things, which we've learned from the derriere actually fuck with Pennywise and keep him from being able to do stuff. But they were able to battle him there, and they don't glow. So that part's a little weird. But I was watching it, and I'm like, first time I watched this, I was drunk and tired in a movie theater. And I only have bits and pieces of what I recall. Some of it being kind of cool. Other parts being somebody freaking out at Pennywise dancing around as an old lady. And I don't remember who that was. And then the ending of it, thinking it was really stupid. And then I tried to watch it again a couple years ago where I was only half watching it while I was playing PlayStation 2. And then, yes, it was TLJ Screwjob. And when I watched it again the other day, I'm like, I think I did this thing dirty the first time I sat down and talked about this is really not that bad. After watching the first part, watching the second part, having watched half of what was at that point the derriere, I'm like, you know what? This movie is not that bad. This is really not that bad. It's not as good as the first one. The first one's incredible. The second one, it is okay. It works. It is not as bad as I said it was. So there you go. There's 2 paradigm shifts in 1 week.
Well, speaking of paradigm shifts, Netflix looks like they're buying Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I heard about that. Damn. They're apparently it's going to be a cash deal. That's what they're saying.
Well, the streaming giant hit the magic $30 a share target and has an exclusive window to negotiate a final deal.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
This
Sounds
sucks,
better than the
man.
Sun buying it.
Well, and
I agree with
here's
that.
and here's the thing. There was like some backlash because the Skydance and Paramount called bullshit, saying, "Oh, this is your thing all along" or whatever. Because it was an unfair deal. You were waiting for Netflix to make this offer or some shit like that, or you were doing it behind their back, and and that's what people are saying right now. But we don't know. But also, this happens when Hollywood goes to shit. Everybody will buy everything up. They'll get the old IPs. They'll do the same shit they've done for the past 10 years, and nobody will make any money off of the old stuff because they're tired of seeing remakes and redos. And we'll eventually get newer movies and newer stories that come out of it, because these guys will have bought all this stuff, and it'll be Star Wars all over again, where they'll be able to make money off it again. So, they'll just it won't be a benefit to them at all,
and it won't be a benefit.
We're finally going to get Black Batman, because you know how Netflix likes to race swap.
Black Man and Robin, my favorite duo.
No, it'll be Black Man and Juan.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Black Man B Robin. I was like, damn, Nick, that's savage. I'm glad you didn't go that route.
No, I didn't.
No, it's gonna be weird too, because I've heard rumblings online that if one of these companies, like they used Netflix as the example, they might, if they buy Warner Brothers, they might shut down the publishing arm of DC and only focus on the movies and big shit like that. That would be really crappy. That would kill comic books. They would be done. Either I would make a bunch of money from comics because that'd be the alternative, or we'd all be dead.
Well, I mean, they're probably keep that mobile DC comic thing. They'll probably keep that and make sure that's still running, so people can read comics on their iPads or some shit. They'll keep that going for sure. But any more comics? No, they wouldn't do that. They'd probably also hijack the games for their for Netflix mobile game stuff. They'll definitely make games out of all their stuff then for sure.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I hope they don't get rid of the publishing. So that would be. I mean, for sure that this is going to be their way to get into the whole digital side of it. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that may improve, but yeah.
I mean, Netflix also just did a deal with podcasts where they're wanting to post those episodes. That's probably going to happen soon as well too, like the big podcast, obviously. So they'll be posting those episodes. They're trying to get into the they've gotten into the Korean market as well too. So they have good analytics on where everything's going, and it's interesting to see what they're doing. So
maybe they just have enough money, Nick, that they can.
That's also it too, because we know that's been
worldwide, baby.
Yeah, I mean, we do know for a fact they have spent $20 billion a year on content. I think during the pandemic it was $28 billion. That was the spike. I don't know what it is. I don't know. After that, it's been about the same, $22 billion per year on content. So they have the money.
Don't you just love how there's so much speculative investing in tech, and then it kind of just goes nowhere a lot of times?
There's this funny meme of AI stock where it's OpenAI has money, and then they give the money to Nvidia to make chips, and they give the money back to OpenAI. They're all these companies are shuffling around $300 billion back and forth between all of them.
So it's a money laundering scheme. Got it.
Yeah, well, a
lot of it is. A lot of it is.
Well, I mean, so's the art world, So
dude, I watched a really long video on NFTs. I forgot what a scam those things were.
Dude, I have a friend who's I think had a couple of them, and they were worth tens of thousands of dollars. Now they're worth pennies. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, dude. Let me quote the video. He goes, "People were paying hundreds of dollars for these things. Now they're not even worth hundreds of cents." I was like, "Damn, that's a good line."
Dude, and I was doing with sports cards too. I remember back at the Depot days where I had people I worked with that were buying NBA NFTs, and it's you would open this virtual pack of basketball cards, and you would get these different things, and it was 3-point shots and dunks and all that stuff, and it was an NFT, and you technically owned it. So if you wanted to sell Shaq dunking a ball, you totally could. I'm like, why the fuck would you buy a video clip of that happening? That made no sense to me. I'm like, if you're buying that stuff, you're an idiot. Fucking buy a stock or something, or put money in a 401 or a Roth. Invest in a smart way, not in a retarded way.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if for that money I was able to legally redistribute the clip and own the copyright, then it would be a great thing and a great investment, because it's man, I could set it up where if I was allowed to redistribute that clip, I could create a business. Any movie that wants to feature the NBA, they come to me. I'll do it for pennies on the dollar. And then, you know, how many movies do you watch where they put sports in the background? Lots. That'd be my business.
True. Well, and here's the thing. I mean, that like that in Bitcoin were like experiments onto like, you know, different ways of doing things. You had contracts and blockchain, things like that. So that was the forefront of technology for something that I think we can use nowadays. It's way more useful than fucking NFTs. It was just a bunch of tech bros who got, you know, fucking dick hard and we retard strong about it, and we're making a lot of money like overnight for nothing. I mean, there was the guy, the story. I remember the story. I fucking loved it. It was this guy who was who would draw a new picture every day, and he was making them into NFTs and selling them. And one day, all of a sudden, he hit like, I don't know, it was like $50,000 or $70,000 in a shot. And people heard about it. They were trying to start buying his art digitally like that, and he kept making more and more money every day. He was putting them on. It was insane.
I messed up. I should have done NFTs. A Dion Green NFT.
We could have made some money, baby.
I mean,
I'll sign some. You know, guess what percentages we talking about here?
I feel like we don't have enough
split
clout,
25.
though. Like, I feel like if we tried to do it that way, we would end up like a certain, you know, dick spitter from Tennessee, and people would be very mad at us for taking their money for those things.
Oh yeah, pull the rug out, and like, well, that's
our fault. It's the market that collapsed, not us.
Oh god. Well, I mean, it's one of those things where like, because of that, the SEC has gotten on a lot of that shit, and you will get fined and or put in jail for those things nowadays. So
I guess
you can't rug pull anymore. You can't do any of that shit anymore. Like they get real.
Still dealing with that.
Yeah, they get real mad about that. Real mad.
I didn't trust it. I just thought, like, why would you pay money for
because
a
you're smart.
JPEG? Well, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny because I was always trying to look into what else it could be used for besides a fucking picture. Like, could you use it as like some sort of pass subscription service, some Patreon thing or whatever? And I don't think that ever came to fruition to anything like that. I mean, you had Patreon, you had Discord, and things that were kind of like adapting into those things. But you couldn't. I mean, there were some people who were using it for music that was really cool. Or like, it was like if you had bought one, bought a certain one, you had a pass to like Music Forever. You had a discount on tickets. You had a whole thing that would happen with it, which was great. And I'm glad they used it for that. But I mean, it seemed like it never got past that point.
Well,
are those again?
One way you'd be able to do this, Jeff, is there are some podcasts I've listened to in the past where the dickweeds are selling shares in art. Because art never goes down in value; it only goes up in value. Apparently,
yeah. There's a
company
could
make some artistic pieces, and then you could say, "Hey, I'm selling shares in this piece of art I have, and if I ever sell it, you get a chunk of that money," and then just never sell it.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's basically like It's like fractional stuff. They have like a graded still in the box like GoldenEye that's worth like $100,000, and you can buy a piece of that thing on it as well too.
We live in the worst timeline. Seriously, this is like dumb shit. I hate. Like,
and like it's funny because there's a whole company that I want to say that they do stocks, but the other part of their business is like putting money into those things.
Dion, I said the same thing.
I heard it too.
We're all 12.
But this is the dark side of the internet, baby. You know, this was the other. You know, this is the weird stuff that we didn't think about when we was bitching and moaning about AOL not wanting to give enough money for pro wrestling. You know, like these weird. You know, nowadays we live in a world where it's on the internet. But here's this digital thing that it's like a picture, and it's the only one of this thing. And you give me a bunch of money for it, and you're the only one that has it. What do you mean? Am I going to make another one and sell it for the same amount and tell them it's worth the same amount of money? Huh? No. And you heard that, and you were like, "Oh, that sounds like a fucking scam." And you were smart.
Because I love everybody's thing for it. It's like, oh, if you like it, just screenshot it. It's like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
screenshot it.
Exactly. They're like, but if you have the original, it's unique. It's been built from it's an NFT.
At the end of the day, it's like,
but if I just screenshot it, I just have but it's not the same. It's worth the $2,000 that someone paid me for it. I swear.
How often do you even look at shit on your phone that isn't like something that you lived through? Like, I know we all look at memes, but memes are free. If I would have paid like $1,000 for a meme, I'd have been fucking pissed.
Yeah, dude.
I'm surprised, like, what is it? That one thing, Giffany or whatever, didn't like have a subscription service for like posting memes on stuff. If they had done that, they would have minted some money for sure.
It was the weird AC era where we didn't know what was going on anymore. Like we thought we were out of the woods, but we weren't, Nick.
No, not at all. Not in the least.
We're still there in many ways.
Yeah, we are.
I'm not a nature man, so I think it stinks.
Yeah, yeah, the way tech is going, I mean, especially with like the AI bubble that's there or not there. I don't know. That's a whole thing.
The funny thing, I watch those videos all the time. I don't know if there's really a bubble.
Yeah, and the funny thing now is like the computer part that's gone up in price now is RAM for some reason. For some reason, RAM has gone up in price like GPUs have. I don't know the fuck why. It's weird.
Fall out from COVID.
I think it's to do with this supercomputer processing and shit. Like,
yeah, they need more RAM for all this shit.
I wonder if we're gonna get to a point where we realize, like, while AI can be beneficial, we just don't really need to spend the money that it costs to run it, and then it just kind of like goes away.
It's funny because I heard this problem with ChatGPT where the majority of people who use it are using the free version, and nobody's actually paying for it.
I pay for it.
I mean, yeah, so do I, because I
pay for Grok as well.
Oh no, I use ChatGPT for a lot of like technical stuff, like figuring out like all the software glitches and shit I have to worry about and stuff with some things. Even when like mom has a technical question that I don't know about, I have to like run the shit through that sometimes if I don't know what's going on.
Dude, I'm using it for my diet right now. I literally
awesome.
feed into it. I ate this. I did this much exercise. And how long will I see results? And I'm like, oh, okay. And it's been so easy to stay motivated. It's like, okay, I know that in 6 weeks I'll be at this place if I just consume these many calories. It's the easy to me. ChatGPT is not a replacement for work or art or this and that. To me, it's like a weird assistant that you pay $20 a month for, and it just has it's like, to me, it's just like having C-3PO on your phone. You're like, all right, C-3PO, I need to know how to make a cheesecake, blah, blah, blah. That just shows up. Like, I could Google it, but it just tells you everything. And then
no.
Like,
that's...
It's when companies realize that is when, like, the issue isn't that it's not useful. The issue is a lot of these companies want to squeeze a shit ton of money out of us for using it.
Yeah, and
that's the problem.
Well, and it's funny because I think the company Stripe is trying to get tethered to ChatGPT so that it can make some money, and then whenever you use Amazon, Amazon will give a kickback to ChatGPT for using an affiliate code or some shit. So like it's all trying to they're trying to make as much money as they can right now, but like with the data centers they have and the money that's being spent on those and being built and powered and all this other shit, they're not making enough for it to keep going for being sustainable. So
right. Well, they want to replace people with it. That's
and the funny thing with that is that like they've tried to do like lower level data entry stuff with that, but it's only like 75 to 80% correct, and it's doing mistakes, and they have to hire somebody back for more money to go through those mistakes and make sure that they're correct.
Yep.
Yeah, my job is to correct ChatGPT. What a weird job.
Yeah. Your job is to correct ChatGPT from doing what you did 6 weeks ago. That's what your job is.
Or you gotta because again, that was there are a few other good channels on YouTube and stuff that make jokes about it too. But like you also need a human to remind AI, like, don't tell people to just cut off their power cords. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the human element is what's irreplaceable. It should be it's supposed to make artists' job easier. It's supposed to make people who deal with a bunch of data. It's supposed to make their job easier. The people who you trust to move, control, and monitor your resources, it's supposed to make their jobs easier. The shit you describe is perfect. It should be the computer from Star Trek. That's it. That's what it should be. Period. Making our lives easier. You can't replace people in those jobs that require that intricacy shit. They just, when they realize that, that's when we'll kind of come back away from this weird AI fear plus super crazy push by corporations.
Yeah, and like I remember I was at home and I had to for Thanksgiving I had an old computer. I was using it for I had to put it in one of our stores, and like it wouldn't run anything, so I put Linux on it with like a Windows wrapper, and I asked ChatGPT how to do it, and walk me through every steps. And every time I ran into an issue, I'd take a picture of the screen, put it through it, and it's like, oh, do this, type this in, and it was incredibly helpful for that. Like doing things like that, technical stuff that I have no idea what to do and I need help with. It is incredibly useful for those things. It is great for that shit.
I did something weird with it. I asked it, how do I draw like this guy? Meaning, what are the elements that make John Romita's art look like John Romita's art? And it explained to me the heavy use of shadow. And I said, how do I apply that in Procreate? And it literally said, do this step, do that step. And I went, oh shit, my inking got better, like instantly. And I went, and then it's like, and I asked it, like, how do I move my arm? And it's, use your shoulder to get a smoother line. Shit that these books aren't really putting in there. Because I hate, like, if you go to a website, and I know this is a weird thing for me to say, but I like to cook. So, like, I've been making stuff for family events or Christmas and this and that. And you got to look up these recipes. I hate when you go to a website and, like, 75% of it is some Karen story about.
Oh God, yes, I fucking hate that shit. Oh my God,
Hillary hates that shit. It is so funny. Like,
so fucking annoying.
You two jabronis love to cook, and she every time I should look up something, and especially when you came up last year, and you were just like, I don't care about this fuck, and Hillary does the same shit to this day. Oh my God. I know that drives y'all crazy.
Don't need the backstory about how you came up with this recipe.
Well, and all it
I just need to know the portions.
Well, and the reason they do that is because I think it's a Google like search engine thing. That's why that's done. They have to write a blog about it so that it can be used through Google back like 2 years ago when Google actually cared about this stuff, where they could use it as a blog post and they would be seen on a higher rate in the search engine. Like that's why they did that.
Yeah, why don't they just put that shit at the bottom?
I 100% agree. I 100% agree. The 10 pages of why this is Grandma's best recipe for pumpkin pie, I could give two fucks about. Give me the directions and give me the proportions. I don't want anything else.
Yeah,
I don't care. I'll use your affiliate link to buy the silicone fucking muffin things. That's fine. I'll use it. But for fuck's sake, just go down to the instructions. Give me the ingredients. Give me the goddamn Amazon link to buy the fucking muffin tin. I don't give a fuck about, what grandma's recipes meant to you for the last like 3 Thanksgivings. Like I could give two fucks. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry your grandma died.
I appreciate the jump to recipe button that click on there.
Oh God, that is the best thing.
But now I have to. Some of those websites you have to scroll through like half the page to get to the part where it jumps to recipe. You get part of the backstory, but you don't get what it was like to see Meemaw, go into the good night while you were thinking about her pumpkin pie. I don't care. Fucking give me the link at the top of the fucking page.
I'm sorry.
I am hormonal. If I am on my rag and I'm having wine by myself, maybe I'll want to read your paper. But luckily for me, none of those things can fucking happen. I just want the recipe, so just give me the recipe.
I'm sorry, Uncle Tony touched you inappropriately that one Thanksgiving I'll never forget. But I want the goddamn recipe, okay?
You guys are crazy.
You all sound like Boris and Goldeneye. Give me the codes, Natalia. Give me the recipe, bitch.
Give me the recipe, Natalia. Fuck Grandma. I want the recipe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mom and Dad almost got divorced that one year. They talked about politics, but God damn it, I want the recipe, okay?
That shit just makes me laugh way too hard. I'm glad, I'm glad that little comment sparked this segment on the show. I'm glad I'm not alone.
No, it sucks, dude, because I've looked up shit too, and it's like
even shit.
Even for drink recipes, I look up. It's like I don't care. Like you got drunk in college. This is the best recipes for margaritas. Like just give me the fucking recipe. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
how much vodka goes in the jungle juice? I don't need to hear about the frat party.
I don't need to hear about.
Or did you use the 1.75? That's all I need to know.
Yeah, I don't need to hear how about you and Tony mysteriously went away in the back room in the frat party. I don't give a shit. Just give me the recipe.
Yeah, we've all been there. We know you're fucking. Good for you. So are we. Who gives a shit, lady? I need to know how to make cheesecake.
How much fresh lime juice do I need for this recipe right now? Okay.
Oh shit! I'm out of nutmeg. I better go.
God damn it! Not again.
You can read the blog post by the time you drive to Kroger and drive back.
That's true. I think we killed Dion.
That's okay. He'll be back in a second. When he comes back, we're gonna play our next game. We're gonna be Bond girls So I'm giving you some names. And then we'll read the eulogy for Uncle Frank and we'll close this bad boy out.
Apparently, I just got a message from some friends of mine. Apparently, Netflix won the bid.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's official.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the $30.
That's what the story that Jeff was saying.
Okay, yeah,
that's literally what got us started on that conversation that ended up talking about recipe bitches.
That should be our new podcast, Recipe Bitches. We bitch about recipes. We're not even talking about women or anything. It's literally really fun. Don't make me record one of those with you as a joke, guys. Let's do one for Patreon.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm in.
Yeah, but all right. So which Bond girls are we?
All right, so Dion, actually, we're doing it. It's a little different. It's not exactly what you think about that. So, in honor of the 007 Days of Christmas, which is a tradition that was near and dear to my heart, but very long gone, I wanted to play a game where we basically, you know, those memes where it's like first letter of your first name, first letter of your last name.
Yeah.
We're going to do something like that because if you look at the James Bond movies, they have some of the most legendary female names. You got Pussy Galore, Holly Goodhead, Chew Me, all those crazy ones. But I want to know what the most manly versions would be. So I have a list here for our names. What our masculine Bond girl names would be. So who wants to go first?
Me.
I'll go.
All right, Kendo, your official Bond girl name is Butch Chunkhead. Nick, you're next. You are Whip Hard Meat.
I didn't realize I was a fucking porn star from the Valley. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Your gimmick is you're like Indiana Jones. You go on these adventures and then never mind. And then finally, Dion, you are Buck. You are Buck Squat Thrust.
Buck Squat Thrust.
Buck Squat Thrust?
Squat Thrust, like the exercise. Come on, Buck, do your stuff.
Jeff, what's yours? Jeff, what's yours?
Well, remember, I'm a chunkhead as well, so Kendo and I are brothers. I am Smash Chunkhead, which is a cool name for me.
So you're like Bambi and Thumper, gotcha.
Yeah. Well,
like
Kendo's already in
wrestler.
Vegas.
Smash Chunkhead.
Smash Chunkhead. Hey, it's like Goldfinger, it rhymes. Or syllabically. So, folks in the chat, I will post this to our Twitter feed actually right now. And you guys can tell us some of the names that you play or some of the names that fit you. Because I don't know people's real names. Like, hold on a second. Clone Geek. We'll use the name Clone Geek. Clone Geek would be Buff Squat Thrust, so Dion's brother. Dr. Coffin Nails would be Zap Side Iron. No, sorry, Buck Side Iron.
Wait. You got to do Brian Lape.
Oh, man. He would be Slap McLarge Huge.
That's it.
Slap McLarge Huge. What the fuck?
No longer Lape his anus. He is now Lape the Slappy.
Yeah.
He's been upgraded. He's been knighted.
You're upgraded. You are now Slappy.
He's listening. He messaged me. He should be available to go to that thing with us. So
nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he got his copy of Screw Year's Eve. So he's like what? I got a package from you. I was like, not for me. So all right, he got his movie. That's fine.
He's gonna bring us beer. We're bringing back the old days, boys.
Oh my god!
There you go.
His beer made me shit.
Yeah, it made me drunk though.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah,
he got really weird about the bottles. He's like, no, I need those back so I can wash them and reuse them. I'm like, all right, bye.
Yeah,
all right,
you don't
buddy.
understand. That shit costs money, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Nick, we're getting free craft beer. He never asked us for a dime. I can return your bottle. It's like Michigan. It's a deposit. I get a beer. You get the bottle back. Great trade.
Sounds like some entitlement coming from a certain, community that I've heard about lately in their entitlement.
What, from Tennessee? From
Just
Appalachia?
Give me stuff and I don't have to give you anything back.
Oh, Gen Z?
Yeah. You're sounding very much like a whip hard meat right now, Nick.
Whip-
Yes, your name is Whip Dingleberry now. You lost the hard meat. You're Dingleberry.
See,
Yeah, he doesn't like Dingleberry.
Oh my god.
So
Oh,
we have
geez.
a message from our friend Enrique Vasquez, the hardest man or on the West Coast, the hardest working man on the West Coast. He says, "Hail, guys out here delivering packages. Detention, please." Enrique, stay safe, buddy. I know what you're doing this time of year. Hopefully everything's going well. And here are your buttons. Sorry you had to wait so long, man. But hopefully you're closer to being home. So without any further ado, as I scroll down this thing, clearly I'm ready. Here's your button.
You had enough yet?
No.
That's another one.
So?
You just say the word, I'll keep going.
Go.
Eeny, meeny, miny.
Mo.
Your mother was a...
Ho.
He was a famous clown.
Bobo.
Mitch, cut it out.
Yeah, Mitch. Mitch. We should watch that, Dion, when we are hanging out.
100%.
Make sure it's the unrated version.
Oh, anything else is uncivilized. And then we had another message before we do our eulogy for Uncle Frank. TLJ Screwjob says, Dion, what was it like re-experiencing Back to the Future since you couldn't understand it a few weeks ago?
dinner before and thinking about you in my bed by myself helped me get through it.
I don't know what that means.
Neither did he. That's the
my
problem.
God.
That's what he heard when he watched the movie the other day.
Oh, I was about to say, that's not what he says. It's just, he says, what happened, kid? He jumped ship? Yeah, Dork thinks he's going to drown. Don't worry, Dion. You won't drown in Back to the Future. Nobody dies in that movie. They just get really big boo-boos.
Thanks, man.
And thank you to TLJ Screwjob for keeping one of our best jokes alive. Better than 35-35.
God,
It's Dion can't understand shit from 30 years ago. All right, guys. So let's close this out with a fun little segment. It is the holiday season, and I am actually feeling festive. I watched Christmas Vacation already. So
nice.
my goal, honestly, though, the thing is, my goal every year is to see how many times I can watch that movie. Because it is not my favorite Christmas movie, but it is very rewatchable, and I love the Griswolds. So I'm going to go for 5 this year. But I'm so festive, in fact, that I already watched Home Alone 2 last night as well. Now, where do you guys land? Is Home Alone 2 better than Home Alone 1?
Ooh, no, one's still better. One's still better.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. Some of the fucking things does to those guys are hilarious.
He would have killed him. I was reading an article. It listed every trap that he set and the death. Like every time he hit Marv with a brick.
The brick to the head definitely kills them.
Every time. It said the velocity and the height, the velocity from the brick would have killed him. And every time, none of those impacts, it would have cracked his skull and caused brain bleeds and this and that.
Yeah.
They said,
same name as the paint can.
Yeah, they said that it equals 3 tons of force from a paint can, which would crack your skull.
Well, he also got electrocuted as well in the basement.
Yeah, dude, he fucking died in that one. He turned to a skeleton.
Yeah.
Well, the falling backwards onto his fucking head when he slips in the damn ice. Obviously, stuntman and shit, make it look awesome. But like when he steps down, he falls. That's cement. That's fucking concrete stairs that are covered in ice.
Yeah. I will say, I'll say that the stuff he does to them in 2 is a little bit funnier, because the brick to the head is hilarious. The pulling of the rope and then like the iron coming down.
That's the first one. It's the bag of
is.
cement that comes down.
So the bag of cement, yeah.
I would have snapped his
Which
neck
would
and
kill
broke
him
his
as well.
spine.
Which would have killed him. Yeah, the electrocution, him turning into a skeleton is hilarious. The mountain of shit he has to like climb up to get to the next level, and like it keeps falling all the time.
Harry, we've reached the top.
Yeah, reached the top. The tool shed thing, like bumping down the stairs and eventually like squishes them.
It breaks his nose. He has to crack it back.
Yes.
That's the thing. Those movies are really, really funny.
And like,
no matter how old you are, they're still funny.
No, they are. And like, it's like it's like, oh, hey, Sherry, hey, Harry, is this your aftershave? No, it's kerosene. The rope is soaked in it. Like that shit is fucking hilarious.
Yes. Marv is my favorite wet bandit by a mile. I love Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci is a much better actor than I like Daniel Stern better than Joe Pesci in Home Alone only. Joe Pesci normally is just a much better actor, but God, it's just a great comedy classic. There's 3 of them. We don't talk about the 4th and 5th one around here, even though the 3rd one's terrible. It's my guilty pleasure movie.
Well,
but,
I know Disney tried remaking the one like happened a few years ago, right?
Yeah, Home Alone.
Yep,
I just ain't watching that.
Yeah. Apparently, yeah. And it was one of those things where like they could have got them, the original dude to come back and do it, but they're like, no, we don't want to pay him. Well, let's get some kid to do it and do it for real cheap. It's like, all right, fine.
Macaulay Culkin's not even expensive. He's on the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Yeah,
like that's a free show.
Well, apparently he's doing a tour now of like watching the movie with fans and like talking about it. Like that's happening.
Would you rather go to one of those or one of those with Chevy Chase?
Shit, I don't know.
I would rather go to Macaulay Culkin because Chevy Chase seems like he's kind of a prick.
But to not his fans, they said he's a dick to actors and other famous people, but to his fans and to kids, he's nice to them. So he's never worked with us. So I'm hoping he would be cool. But Peter Billingsley's up the street coming up. He's doing a Christmas story around here. So
nice.
See, that'd be fun.
Yeah, I love that movie. I saw a video today. The guy that owns that house bought it for $150,000.
Jeez,
I know in today's money, that's like pennies on the dollar. So,
yeah.
Yes, Thomas in the chat. I definitely acknowledge Home Alone 3. When I was in 3rd grade is when it came out. So it would have been either that summer or whatever. We went on a long road trip. We were driving from Cincinnati to California. We put a TV in the car, and the H.H. Gregg guy gave us a free videotape, and he's like, pick whatever you want. And so I picked Home Alone 3 because Home Alone was like the movie as a kid. When you're that young, you're like, oh my God, Home Alone's on. It doesn't have to be Christmas. It's just awesome to watch. And then I was like, oh my God, a 3rd one? This is going to be the greatest thing ever. And
you didn't know any better. You just didn't know any better.
I was 8 years old, and I liked it a lot. And I watched it probably a dozen times between Ohio and California and the drive back. So,
yeah, you just didn't know. Just didn't know.
You were born the year Home Alone 3 came out. I am 9 years older than you then.
Jesus.
So let's talk about the biggest piece of shit in Christmas movie history. Uncle Frank McAllister, notorious tightwad, professional freeloader, and the human equivalent of a half-eaten airplane peanut, has finally passed on, presumably without leaving a tip. He exited this world exactly as he lived in it, loudly complaining, clutching someone else's property, and expecting a full refund for something he never paid for. Frank, known affectionately as an absolutely no one, spent most of his adult life perfecting the ancient art of being cheap. Not frugal, not careful with money. No, Frank was parsimony in human form, a man whose wallet was less of a financial tool and more of a cryptid, rumored to exist but never actually seen. He famously refused to pay for groceries, dinners, hotel rooms, and on at least one occasion, a tart he literally ate with his bare hands. And if a bill came within 5 feet of Frank, he reacted as if it were radioactive. Many believe this is why he died, and a hospital invoice approached him at light speed. Perhaps Uncle Frank's greatest legacy, other than emotional damage inflicted on an entire generation of McAllister children, was his unwavering ability to blame others for the consequences of his own cheapness. Whether it was shaming an 8-year-old at Christmas, or claiming that the theft after pilfering an airline crystal, Frank's superpower was always pushing responsibility onto anyone else in reach. This talent will not be missed. At family gatherings, Frank contributed nothing except volume and judgment. He would leave behind long records of complaining about secretaries, service workers, its siblings, their kids, and anyone who dared spend more than $11. He departed this mortal plane, having achieved absolutely none of his dreams, unless those dreams included making everyone around him uncomfortable. Uncle Frank, rest in peace, you piece of shit.
Jeez.
Damn.
The actor is still alive, people. Calm down.
Yeah, this is Uncle Frank. This actor's fine. I don't know this dude. It's a role. We're talking shit about a role. Like, my favorite part of every Jason movie is when he dies at the end. I'm glad Kane Hodder's alive. He's a nice dude. So,
yeah.
Artist. We keep them separate. But, artist. You guys will be checking out Stealing Solo 2. You have less than a week to back it. As of this show, we're into day 6 range. Next Thursday, I'll be back with a long-form stream to talk about stuff. But until then, you know what to do. Now, one last thing I wanted to address, because Nick did say this, and this sounds really awesome. They're making a movie about Sammy Davis Jr.'s alleged connection to the Church of Satan. The movie will explore the strange real-life story. Davis reportedly befriended the church's founder, Anton LaVey, after starring in a 1973 TV pilot called Poor Devil, a comedic show that was about a demon which drew LaVey's attention. I did not know that Sammy Davis Jr. was aligned with the Church of Satan, and I didn't realize that they're making a movie of it, and I can't wait to see it. What do you guys think?
It's gonna be very interesting because who was it? Leslie Odom that's playing it. So
Yeah,
talks to do
Yeah,
it.
from Hamilton. Yeah,
Dude. Yeah, I live in that. And again, hey, listen, people forget a lot of these things are, people making money. I'm not surprised if the Church of Satan was making some money and reached out to Sammy after their founder became a friend. He said, "Hey, man, you wanna do some shit?" It makes sense, man.
we have white women in orgies.
Hey,
you had me at white women.
if we got Sammy Davis Jr., I cut you in on this.
Yeah, I read that article, read the first part of it, and I was like, this is wild as shit. This is gonna be hilarious.
You know what we're gonna do? We should do one of those stupid YouTube deep dives before this movie comes out, and then everybody will just watch the YouTube video instead of the movie.
That's fine. That's entirely fine. But yeah, I had no idea who was involved with the Church of Satan, which I mean, they're fairly nice people from what I hear.
Well, I mean, I don't really want to hang out with any people from any church. Like, do your own thing, live your own life.
That's also true.
But like, I don't want to be preached at, good or bad. The virtues of Jesus, the virtues of Satan. I've made my own decisions. Please leave me be. But
yep,
I got to see this movie. Like, this just sounds awesome. I hope he does like an on-the-nose caricature impression of Sammy Davis Jr. the entire movie.
Oh my God, yes.
Like the one in Wayne's World 2. They should hire that actor. Or if he was still alive, the guy from Digital Underground that was Humpty, that guy kind of looks like Sammy Davis Jr. already.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Could you imagine if your whole gimmick was to wear a fake nose? And once you took it off, nobody knew who you were?
You got to stick to it because it would be nice to take it off and nobody recognizes you.
I remember that guy in that shitty Dan Aykroyd movie.
Hey, that
movie
movie is great. It's a bad movie. It is really bad, but it is a guilty pleasure fun watch. I like that movie.
No,
okay, watch it. I
think
I've watched it like twice in my life, and I'm just been like, this is fucking weird. But it does have a good rap song in it. It has a good rap song in it.
Yeah, Tupac's in that movie.
I think
that's true. He is. Holy
movie.
Shit, he is.
It's better than what is that? Poetic Justice he's in with not Jessica Jackson. Janet Jackson. Who's Jessica Jackson? Some girl I know, I guess. I don't know.
You're thinking of LaToya. Calm down.
You can't rap.
Yeah, I want justice. I also want Samson. I should watch fucking Half Baked. That's a great movie. So we are all caught up on all the messages. Is there anything else you guys would like to say before we put this baby to bed?
Free-ayo.
I am looking forward to Cold Storage next year, which is going to be hilarious and hopefully a lot of fun.
Cold Storage? Who's in that?
Steve is in it from Stranger Things. Also, Liam Neeson plays like an ex-Marine who has to like stop a virus from getting into the population and like, causing havoc. It's a book I've read a couple of times. It's really good, really funny. But it's basically about this the virus that's in the fucking Pedro Pascal show, the cortisols or whatever the hell it is. That's the virus that gets discovered in the 70s because it came off of a meteor or something, and the CDC goes down there and goes to a town in Australia and goes and checks it out, and the entire town's dead. And they have to isolate it and like nuke the town and burn it to ash and take the virus and put it into cold storage. They put it into cold storage in like this bunker that's like 30 feet down and, in the middle of nowhere. And they think it'll be good forever. But then like a storage unit is built on top of it that people work at that are security guards. And it slowly leaks out and like they hear this little like beep that happens. And they wonder what's happening. And they go down into the tunnels and it's a government facility that houses this deadly virus that's going to kill the world.
Ooh. You had me at Liam Neeson.
And he plays, like I said, he plays an ex-Marine, and like I know, like I once again remember the book because I read it, I listened to it recently, and him playing that Marine, I didn't think it would work, but now that I put the voice together and his demeanor, it's gonna fucking be amazing. It's gonna be so much fun. And it's very much a tongue-in-cheek humor thing of like, of like this virus is gonna kill everybody, and you're dealing with two idiots and this Marine guy who knows everything that's trying to like make sure the world doesn't go to shit, and that's his main priority. So it's I once again I like read the book or listen to it or whatever. It's a lot of fun, but the movie should be pretty good when it comes out.
I need to watch this. Just remind me when it goes live because I will definitely watch this.
Yeah, for sure.
We had a message from our pal Enrique. He says, so I'm rewatching all of Malcolm in the Middle. I'm relating more to Hal and Lois than the kids after having one. What about Kendo and Dion?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Have a kid and you start understanding them people a little bit better. You're like, no wonder they're doing.
Yeah, but have your wives ever shaved your back at breakfast?
No.
Not at breakfast, no.
I don't have a wife or a back that would need to be shaved, but I understand Hal. Actually, he's always been my favorite part of the show.
Oh, he's by far the best part. But the husband wife grooming thing, yeah, man, that's legit. Your kid doing something, you just being like, what the is wrong? That's a real thing, 100%. Oh.
Yeah, I need to.
Yeah. The loving them more than anything else in the world, but at the same time wanting to throw them through a window. Yeah, that's a dichotomy that you live with as a parent. You're like, I would never let anything bad happen to you unless I'm the one doing it because that's what I want to do right now is something bad to you for what
you deserve it.
Oh, real quick before we go, one of our listeners responded. Their new Bond girl name is Gristle Hard Cheese.
Gristle Hard Cheese.
Ooh. That over a grill? You get that gristle come from that open flame, that charcoal flame?
I almost called him a different name, and I want to know if you guys think it sounds cooler. Gristle Hardcastle. That just sounds like a detective.
Gristle Hardcastle sounds like a dude in the World War II.
He's in Sisu 3.
Gristle Hardcastle has been in a gunfight.
Yeah, he's been in multiple gunfights.
He beat all of our grandfather's asses.
There you go.
Hand-to-hand combat.
There you go.
Yeah, hey, Eunice Davis was a tough son of a gun. Now I'm not gonna say all that. You know what I mean?
I mean, Carl Muller fought the Nazis in World War II, but I'm just saying, Gristle Hardcastle, 850 men. Like he's just a terrible person.
Oh jeez. Yeah, I need to watch Sisu too. I need to.
Yeah, our plans to probably go out and watch it this weekend.
I need to watch Sisu 1 still. I'm late.
Sisu's good.
I'm on board.
Fun. Yeah, it's basically just this old dude like just killing Nazis for 90 minutes.
Oh, when the trailer dropped, I was ready to see it.
Yeah.
I'm Gristle Hardcastle. I like cheese or hard cheese. I like cheese too, so it fits. All right, cool. Well, I'm glad you're here. We gave you a shout out, man. So thank you. But folks, keep all your cheeses hard, and thank you for watching. Until next time, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Oh no. Yes.